Book online or go to 184 Barker Street, Castlemaine. Private health insurance available.
Here is the picture. Picture Art Plus and Bendigo City Framers are now one business that offers you even greater opportunities. Enjoy the same fantastic staff and service that bring your innovative designs to life. You can frame your memories or explore other stunning artwork, plus wall art, framing options and convenient parking right at the door. Fresh sponsor, location at 80A Garsed Street, Bendigo, on the corner of Arthur Street. Got the picture?
Hey, you'll need lots of firewood to get you through this bitter cold winter. Stock up with quality wood. It's available right now from Bendigo Firewood and Soil, delivered straight to your door. Hardwood mix and red gum in stock plus more. Renewably sourced, seasoned to perfection. For a longer burn time, a warmer home, producing less ash. Get your wood pile stocked from Bendigo Firewood and Soil, McDowell's Road, East Bendigo. Find fresh sponsor at bendigofirewoodandsoil.com.au.
Bendigo Business Sponsor.
Go, 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 Bendigo Bearings, we'll keep you rolling. Go, 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 Bendigo Bearings, we'll keep you rolling. If you're in a fix, we'll get you rolling quick. You can rely on us, we're the people to trust. Go, 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 Bendigo Bearings, we'll keep you rolling.
Sponsor, more live Bendigo football. And now it's time to fire up delicious Don Footy Franks. They're made for the footy. Is Don, is good.
It's the place we want to be, more local football. And it's time to go back to the home ground on Bendigo's Fresh FM.
Jack, poker! Go poker!
It's round 16 in the Bendigo Football Netball League. The Strathstorm take on Sandhurst. We're live from Tannery Lane, and we thank the truck sponsor this afternoon for making it all possible. 40 Winks. And it's perfect conditions for football as we speak. It's about 3 minutes to go in the reserves. The Storm trail 4-9-33 to Sandhurst 9-5-59. John Hunter, Mick Delaney, Steve Navort and Ray Pinner bringing you all the action on Radio Live 101.5 FM across Central Victoria. Online on your Community Plus radio app and Tune In Radio. Local footy, it's the place we want to be. It's fresh live, and also we are on the live stream with Adam up there on the camera, and he might get wet a little later on because there is some rain forecast around 4 or 5 this afternoon. Hopefully the weather gods will be kind to us. But interesting chat there, Steve, with the chair of the AFL Central Victoria before the break. What do you make of all that? Because no mistake, you are a Maiden Gully YCW Eagle. What's the vibe around the club at the moment with not getting in this season?
Well, because the news came through a couple of weeks ago about their application being denied and Morong being accepted. I think originally there was a very strong sense that they weren't going to accept Morong and it was always going to be Maiden Gully. It was always going to be Maiden Gully. And then when the verdict came back on that Monday evening, the Tuesday at training, yeah, the vibe, a few of the coaches I spoke to, and yeah, not very happy campers about the news that came through the night before.
In general, the two coaches out there, you've got Sean Philo and Angus Monfries. Were they positive? I imagine they would be, but did you sense the disappointment?
Well, Gus isn't there normally during the week because he lives down in Melbourne and he travels up, but he plays most weeks. He's not playing this week due to injury, but Sean's there every single night. He's there pretty much as the 18s to start training, chatting to the seniors boys, the 18s boys that are playing seniors and all that, and the vibe from him wasn't too great about the whole thing. There's rumours swirling now that him and Angus might not be at the club next year. I don't know where that's going to go, but Sean seems very committed, I'll be honest, to staying at the club, so hopefully he sticks to it.
Yeah, interesting times. Mick Delaney, good to have an extended chat with the chair of AFL Central Victoria. What did you make of all that?
Well, off air, Falco's a good friend of mine, so we do chat often, but one thing you will get with Falco is being very open and transparent, and that he doesn't say anything that there's not any truth to. So I think it's good from a listener point of view that we can get someone engaged with the broadcast that can say it as it is, and we know where each club stands and what's going on within each league. But one thing's for certain, yes, numbers might be down across the board, but you know, we see the level of reserves football that's being played out in front of us and the level of footy going on in and around central Victoria, footy's nearly as strong as ever.
Yeah.
So regardless of what league you're playing in, wherever you're playing, whichever township it's in, whoever you're playing for, there's good level footy getting around.
And what did you make of? Let's talk about the Loddon Valley Footy League as well. We talked about goal kicking here with Steve. Lockie Sharp kicks 25 goals last week.
25.
So it takes him past 100, but he kicks a quarter of what's required to kick 100 in a season in one game. What did you make of that?
Yeah, having coached Sharpie for a few years here at Strathfieldsaye, he definitely knows where to find him. He kicked 17 in a game at Maryborough, I think it was, one day, and I think he almost equalled that here against Castlemaine one day here as well. But when he's on a tear, he's just hard to stop. He's good out in the lead. He's good one-on-one. He can turn you inside out. His leading patterns are very good. And when you're playing against Midiamo, God bless them, who are fighting to get a regular senior team together, and then when you verse a team like Bridgewater that's so well structured and they've got good senior players right across the board, it's going to make anyone in your back line hard to play on like Sharpie. And like, it's not just Sharpie, they've got other players there that could pop up and kick 10 on any given day. So Bridgewater for me affirming as one of the red hot favourites in that league this year.
Not far from the start of the big game here at Tannery Lane in round 16 of the Bendigo Football Netball League. 2 games to go after this game and then we're into the finals. The weather will be a little bit better than what it is today. It's the final siren in the reserve. The Storm have been defeated out here at Tannery Lane, 5-9-39 to Sandhurst 9-6-60 in the reserves. So you must look at players being a young forward too, Steve, like kicking 25 goals in a game. And also there's a player here that's up to his 200th game. So do you look at players like that to get some inspiration for your footy career?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You absolutely would. With Ben Lester playing his 200th game today, like that's the sort of loyalty in that you want at a footy club, and especially a country footy club where, and in a good league like this, blokes will come and go, you know, they might play juniors here and then as they grow older they'll go just down the road because that's where their friends are or someone's now the coach there. So to have someone play 200 games like Ben Lester, that is like incredible and probably a really inspirational thing for the whole club, so they'd certainly be up and about today for him.
Yes, well, the senior team will be coming out into the ground in a moment. We've got some team changes. You've been into the rooms. Mick, can you just detail who's in and out? And a little bit, there's a Hay and a Mays in, so let's make sure we get the teams right.
Yeah, well there you go. For the farmers that are out there, there's a couple of references there for the great men and women that look after agriculture in and around central Victoria, right across Australia, mind you. But young Sam O'Brien, Dan's young fella, he is out today. He's been picked last minute by the Pioneers.
Dan O'Brien as in Collingwood Dan O'Brien?
Not quite. Dan O'Brien as in one of the local many policemen in the area.
Right, okay.
But yeah, he's playing Pioneers. In comes Will Mays. I didn't quite get who's out for Sandhurst, but in comes Gus Hayes, who, upon a quick check of his form, 6 times in a row he's got the best player in the Sandhurst reserve. So to say that he's in form is...
You know what's better than a Big 4 bank?
A bank that's bigger for me. Bigger for making my money work harder.
And helping my business make it.
Bigger for helping us to buy a home.
Bigger for the community I care about.
My bank is bigger for what matters most.
As one of Australia's most trusted banks, millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Supplies. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed ColourBond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the Local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts, and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats, Like, just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. Oh, I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community. How do we get your name out there? We can provide banner and native advertising in our news feeds and socials, reaching thousands of people every week. We can run video ads before every game replay that gets watched by thousands of people each week. We can run promotional videos like this one about your business during quarter time breaks for all of our live stream games. Contact us now to find out how you can book a trial.
G'day, Coop. What we're looking for today, though, Johnny, with Strathfieldsaye is they need to get their ball movement up and going early. They need to, their rebound game from D50, when that's going, that's when you know they're on. So it's that quick ball movement, getting the ball out into space, and then identifying one-on-ones with Shishka, with Charles, with Tyson McKenzie. Tyson McKenzie, a huge in for Strathfieldsaye today, having come back from the St Kilda VFL. But for Sandhurst, I don't think there's anyone that can go with Fergus Green. He is genuinely the best player in the competition. I don't just say that because of his AFL experience. You see him drop back into the goal square, taking intercept marks. You see his work rate up and down the ground, the tram tracks, as some people call it, just up and down the wing. And then he gets forward. He's leading the Sandhurst goal kicking, and you see him in defence taking intercept marks. So that speaks to the quality of player that he is, not just getting back and getting those cheap kicks, but going forward, presenting as a target, just doing everything that he can for Sandhurst. But I'm going to give a shout out to an underrated player, Johnny, and that's Jackson Howard. I really like his game down back, and I feel like he'll be the one that'll go to James Shishka today.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see how James Shishka goes. He was pretty calm and cool when we interviewed him pre-game, but a big crowd here out at Tannery Lane, and we've got Steve Navort usually at ground level, but I reckon you've got your peepers on what's going on in the middle.
Yeah, Cooper Smith has just won the toss for Sandhurst, and he's decided to kick to the club room's end of the ground.
Cooper Smith of the Strathfieldsaye Storm, so not far away from the start of this game here at Tannery Lane. Having a look at other games in Central Victoria in the Bendigo Football Netball League. Gisborne take on Broadford, so that's probably all respect to Broadford, a late hammers there. You reckon, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely, and probably put Pat McKenna down for at least 10, you'd think.
You'd think so. South Bendigo take on Golden Square. What do you make of Golden Square last week getting beaten? That'd be disappointing.
You'd have to be so disappointed with that, considering they probably are a better team than Kangaroo Flat. So, but money on South Bendigo, however, they have been quite inconsistent as of late.
And Mick down at Camp Reserve, Castlemaine take on Eagle Hawk. Do you give the Magpies, who I'm unashamedly a life member down there, do you give the Magpies any chance at all this afternoon?
No. I'm sorry, but yeah, I just don't think so.
You could have just patted it out for a minute or two just to give me some kind of hope.
As much as I want to, Johnny, I can't see it happening, sorry. But going back to the game you were speaking about before that with Kangaroo Flat, what a good win for them last week, and having Tigger Downey signed for another couple of years, fantastic for the footy club moving forward.
There was on the Bendigo Football Netball League Facebook page here some footage of some players kicking goals in the end, and some was put to music and all this going on, and the song in the club rooms, that was like winning a grand final for that team.
Oh, it was awesome. There was one getting around with that song from Titanic there.
Yes,
with Kangaroo Flat at the final siren, so yeah, it's great for Kangaroo Flat to celebrate a win like that, but for me and the competitors in me, and what I'd like to see for Kangaroo Flat is that should be the new norm. That should be, not just a once-off, yes, we won one game in 48 games. I want this to now be an every week competitive thing where we're matching up well against the better teams in the comp.
Starting to darken the skies here at Tannery Lane, so let's hope the rain does stay away. But at the moment, it's perfect conditions for football. The breeze has dropped a little, so that won't have an effect here as both clubs come to their respective coaching boxes. JD just walks in front of us. A big name from way back in the day, and I don't use that term lightly. He's been going all right. He's in a good paddock, hasn't he, Mick?
He's been in a good paddock, but fun fact, he won the the AFL longest kick across the Yarra many years ago, did JD.
Did he? Did he have a win behind him?
He kicked I think it was like 65, 66 metre torpedo.
Well, we're just about to get things underway. Thanks for joining us on Local Footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live. John Hunter, Steve Navort, and this man, Mick Delaney, to bring you all the action in round 16. The Storm take on Sandhurst. Local Footy, the place we want to be. Fresh Live for the opening bounce. Well, it's a ball up nowadays. Here's Mick Delaney.
Simpson v Sexton. The number 2 ruckman for each team, with both the number 1s for Sandhurst and Strathfieldsaye respectively being out today. So this is going to be a massive battle. The umpire throws it up. Sexton over the top. He's got a good leap on him, straight down to Ureta. He picks it up off the ground beautifully, swings onto the right foot, immediately inside forward 50. Strathfieldsaye have the numbers. It's bounced to ground. Smetzer at the fall of the ball. Not quite. Jones, picks it up. Handballs it out in front of a Strathfieldsaye teammate. Ball along the boundary. It's knocked out. That was Mulquinny with the ball, unable to keep it in. It's a hot footy early on, 0-all early stages.
Just in front of us, broadcast side. The umpire will ball it in. It's the Storm taking on Sandhurst. Local Footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live. The ball is thrown in. Whistle off play for a hole. The umpire's paid it. And who's it going to go to? It's going to go to the Storm. George Simpson with the footy. Umpires today, David Carter, Scott Bennett and Joel Wood. We've got an extreme experienced lot. It was a poor kick turnover. Kicks to Ureta of Sandhurst. Across half back. Spreads it wide. Smetzer dropped a mark. In fact, the umpire's blown a whistle. I don't reckon that was a mark. He blew it too quickly. And now Smetzer inside forward 50, shallow. No mark. Hard up against the boundary line. Maxted hands it off to Charlie Robinson. Goes Goldwood. There's no one home. It's all with the Storm and deep in the defence. They take it and play on through McClure.
McClure across the face of goal to Wilson. Wilson looks for a piercing pass outside forward 50, or defensive 50 for them, into the hands of Blanford. Blanford down the line to Mulquinny, the Darcy variety. Looks inside. They need to do this a lot today. Hunter Lawrence, good user of the ball. Looks inside again. Spots up his target. Simpson, he's been busy early on. Hands off to Riley Wilson. It's hit the deck though, makes it a genuine 50-50. Sandhurst with numbers to the ball. Good defensive pressure there by both teams. Simpson, with the handball. It's gone straight to ground. We'll have a ball up.
The cross half forward. Sandhurst win it through the middle. A hold on Ureta. Kicking to the clubroom's end. Play on. Wilkinson picks it up for the Dragons. It's allowed to go on. Runs to half forward. He'll kick it to the hot spot. 1-on-1. It's a whistle on play. And it's a hold. Which way is it going to go? It might go to Jones. I thought it might have been a kick to the Dragons, but it wasn't. But good strong start there, Steve.
Yeah, both teams looking a little bit scrappy early, but Sandhurst definitely been able to move the ball forward fairly easily.
Jones now looking to go into the pocket, finding his Strathfieldsaye teammate in Mulquinny. Long down the line. 50-50 contest. Simpson again with the mark. No. Drops to ground. Handballs up. Into the hands of Charles. Charles quick. Banana quick. Out into the front of his Strathfieldsaye teammate in Sue. Handball up into the hands of Mackenzie. Mackenzie, the classy Mackenzie. Turns it over though. Straight into the hands of Wilkinson. Wilkinson to the far side. Sandhurst down the line. Ball to ground though. Well picked up there by Lockhart. Ball goes out of bounds as it does start to darken here quickly here. No score 3 minutes in first quarter.
Both teams trying to move the ball fairly quickly, not working out particularly well for either team at the moment.
Dragons inside forward 50. Umpire balls it in. Whistle. Which way is it going to go?
Sandhurst.
They're not really signalling the umpires at the moment, not picking it up. Smith now goes to Keating by hand. The Dragons, his kick is smothered. Good defensive work by the Storm. It'll be all tied up. And we'll have a ball up. No score on the board, and we've got 4 minutes, so you're right about this defensive type of play.
And lots of holding free kicks being given away early here as well from both teams.
Wilson, quick kick out of the pack. Well taken there by Mackenzie. Mackenzie swings onto his right, looks to go quickly inside forward 50 to Sue. He's bumped off it by Wright. Genuine 50-50 here, no one able to take possession of the ball. Sue picks it up. The ball is out of bounds though, we'll have a ball in.
Simpson having an influence in the ruck early there, Steve.
Oh yeah, giving first use to the midfielders there.
And he's also doing a bit of work around the ground. as the umpire will throw it inside forward 50 for the Storm. Kicking to the Sheep Wash Creek end. Bit of a mouthful when you're excited. That is Simpson doing the ruck work. He's doing it against Sexton. It was 1-on-1. Spalls to ground level. Ureta going in hard for the footy, but it's all now with the Storm. Long kick inside forward 50, deep into the pocket. Juggling ball, and then they're all tied up. Mulquinny had the footy in the end for the Storm, but the umpire says, I'm going to ball it up. And 30 metres from goal. That's exactly what will happen. No score on the board. Wilkinson, ground level, gives it by hand to Smith. Smith of the Dragons will send it down the outer side wing. The big ruckman got one-handed on it. That's Simpson for the Storm. Not paid. It might have been a free kick going the other way.
It was a throw.
For a throw, and it's going to the Sandhurst Dragons.
Lockhart with the free kick, unable to find a target. Lockie Ratcliffe gets his hands on the ball, unable to find a teammate. Ball in dispute. Up with the ball comes Maxted. Quick kick inside forward 50. Well attacked there by Strathfieldsaye. Ball to ground. No one able to get a quick, clean possession out. Clossy, though, bursts through the pack. Hands back to Lawrence, and they're out. No, not quite. Ball well punched by Smith there. Strathfieldsaye able to get the loose ball. He's tackled quickly by Cooper Smith. It'll be a ball up. 5.5 minutes in, still no score.
Yeah, unusual that they haven't even looked like scoring, Steve, have they?
No, both teams are looking very scrappy at the moment, probably just taking a moment to adjust to it.
So let's go back to the contest at ground level. Outer side wing. Sexton doing the ruck work for the Dragons. He comes in this afternoon. Up they go against Simpson of the Storm. Wilkinson wins it for the Dragons. Handball over the top. Did well, Morris, but just put his teammates under pressure. Chain of handballs ends up with Keating of the Dragons. Goes goalward for the first score of the afternoon. It's a minor one. Sandhurst one behind. The Storm yet to score. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live.
Did you get down to ground level early on to see wind conditions, Steve?
No, I actually didn't, but just from what it feels like here, it feels like it's blowing a tiny little bit towards those club rooms end, I'd say.
Cooper Jones now with kicking duties, plays on, goes long, looking for Zach Charles down the line. Smetzer knocks it to ground. Keating at ground level. Smetzer, second efforts, along with Clossy. Clossy gets him high. It'll be a free kick to Smetzer. Looks to go quickly inside forward 50. Looks to chip the ball up, and a good intercept possession there by Jai Chambers. He's been busy early.
Chambers will go laterally short. Ratcliffe receives. They're going to do, well, we'll call it a semi-reverse horseshoe. Ends out with Lanfranchi playing what number game there?
100 today.
100, not club games, but he did play at Maryborough. They'll go beyond 50 deep. Win it across half back near the Storm. Outer side, receiving is Sue. Sue now down the line to half forward. Tried a soccer ball there was Charles. Overran it. Causes a turnover. Now it's with Sandhurst. Free, short pass. Spots up a teammate in Ireland, and they'll slow it down in the back half.
Ireland there, ever consistent, isn't he? Just locks down an opponent. Doesn't get a lot of the ball himself, but here he is, exiting D50, long down the line. Ureta, his target. Over the back, though. Nice grab there taken by his Sandhurst teammate. They look to move the ball quickly inside to Keating. He's knocked off his feet by Wilson. Umpire says, fair go. Let's keep going. Fergus Green gets the ball quickly onto his right shoe, looking down the line. Good grab there in Ollie Robinson. He moves the ball quickly. He's knocked down by Hunter Lawrence. It'll be a free kick downfield, which will result in Maxted, I believe, having a shot on goal for Sandhurst first.
Yeah, just a bit of off-the-ball contact after he got rid of it there, resulted in the downfield free kick. Fair enough to be paid.
What do you think of those downfield free kicks?
I think if it's going to, like, if it goes to a contest like that, I feel like the advantage is fair, but if it just goes and ends up in open space and then it's a downfield free kick, then I feel like it should just be brought back to where the free kick
Maxted tried to take this one, but in fact it's Lockhart. So Lockhart from 35 out, 45-degree angle. It's off the side of his shoe, though, and another point. Sandhurst 2 points, Storm 0. We're 8.5 minutes in and still no goal, Johnny.
No. We'll have to give the score sponsors a bit of a rap in a minute because they're not going to be getting their money worth as from the restart kick in from full back, Radcliffe receives, hands it on.
Get it over.
Oh, it's a long kick and it will go out of bounds. Probably Jones wasn't his better effort. And Kobe Maxted got it right in front of us broadcast side, right on the wing. In the truck, sponsored by 40 Winks this afternoon. Maxted looks inboard, decides against it. Kicks shallow inside forward 50. Just sits it up to the pack. They all fly. Ball spills to front of the pack and no one can really win it at ground level. Pack forms and across half forward. Sandhurst in attack. They lead 2 behind. Storm yet to score. Score sponsor. Let's give us one. Bendigo City Framers.
Maxted now out of the ruck. Knocks it down with his right hand into the lane of Smith. Smith, though, unable to take that one clean in. It's out of bounds. 20 metres out around from the Sandhurst goal. They've definitely had the majority of the play this quarter so far. They'll want to look to capitalise here. Ball in, Maxted and Leicester in the ruck. Ureta at the back, takes the ball cleanly. Quickly tackled there by Strathfieldsaye. Leicester ends up with the ball. Ball in dispute. It's a hot footy in there. Umpire says, let me ball it up. We're not going anywhere.
You can hear the wind just starting to hammer through the effects mic here as it's darkening skies at Tannery Lane. The Dragons got it inside forward 50. They lead by 2 points. Juggling ball ground level. Umpire's getting sick of it and says, give it to me, I'm going to ball it up. Directly in front. Dragons goal. Just doesn't feel like either team are going to score. They're not confident going forward. Leicester, the 200 gamer for the Storm, tries to win it at ground level. Can't. Umpire lets it go for a long time. Let's see if the Storm can clear it off half back. They won't. Ground level. Morris getting involved, but it somehow spills in towards the middle now. Ground level still. No clean possession. The Storm win it eventually. It's an error and a handball. Bell overruns the footy for the Storm. Gets collared and holding the footy. True centre wing. Will be free kick the way of the Dragons.
Good tackle there by Smetzer. He's looking to come wide to the wing. Connick is his target. Finds him easy enough. Fun fact for everyone listening at home, every player is in front of Connick here. There's no one inside the forward. 75 for Strathfieldsaye. He looks short, finds Howard. Howard looks to go long inside forward 50. This will land about 40 out. Is it a mark? It is a mark. Fantastic work there by Lockhart, just taking the front position there, and he'll look to kick Sandhurst first. This will be his second shot on goal for the game.
Ben Lester has just gone and absolutely manhandled. I can't quite. Who's that? Oliver Morris. He's literally picked him up and dragged him away from the man on the mark.
Lockhart now. Umpire just making sure that they're not getting within the 5 metres of the man kicking for goal. This is for his first. He kicked 6 on debut 2 weeks ago against Broadford, so he knows how to find the big sticks. This one fades to the right, however, and another point. Sandhurst 3 points. Storm yet to score. Our score sponsor, Don Smallgoods, is good. Fresh footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Might be costly, these points for Sandhurst. All that the Storm have to do is kick a major.
Oh yeah, exactly. When they've had the 3 shots on goal, and you'd be wanting to put that scoreboard pressure on early. That's what they happened against them against Eaglehawk the other week, and it helped Eaglehawk a lot.
Cooper Jones for the restart at the club room's end here at Tannery Lane. A lot of cars in here at the moment. Big crowd too in front of the club rooms. Jones goes short by foot to Dole. Dole collect neatly, then looking for Blandford. And another whistle on play. It'll free kick for a hole for Sandhurst. They tried to take the advantage. Umpire said, no, you've got to bring it back. Free kick to Cooper Smith. Smith, the skipper for the Dragons, looks further afield. Now he goes, oh, it's a poor kick. It goes to the back of the pack, in fact. Ground level. It's at the top of the square. Hot spot. Storm under pressure. They tie it up right in the teeth of goal for the Dragons. We'll have a ball up. It's Sandhurst by 3 points. 12 minutes, almost halfway through this opening term. The score has the Storm have not scored in this opening term.
Simpson quickly down to Clossy. Clossy quick kick out of D50. It's intercepted by Sandhouse, however. Riley Melquinny with a quick tackle. Umpire says it's not holding the ball. We'll have another ball up. Simpson being very busy early on for Strathfieldsaye. Cooper Smith, equally the same for Sandhurst. Smetzer down in the ruck. Down to Cooper Smith. He shrugs a tackle. He goes from 45, kicks long.
Gets stumped, doesn't he?
The shot on goal's missed. However, you're right, Johnny. He did get dumped as he kicked it, and he'll have another set shot on goal. 45 out directly in front.
Why was not that down the field at that time?
Because he's had the shot on goal. So if it's a downfield free kick, where are they going to give it to? Down there.
I knew that. I was just testing you.
Yeah. Oh, and we've got some off-the-ball action now going on.
Tell us what's going on.
I don't even know. I didn't even watch it happen, and now there's just a big scrap on the wing here right in front of us. And
is it no surprise to see Benny Lester in that as well?
Yep, he's in there, I think. They're all over the shop now, and little spot fires happening all over the ground at the moment, it seems.
Call me old school, but a blue nowadays is not a blue, is it? It's just jumper pulling.
It's a cuddle.
It's a little bit of a cuddle.
You'll get immediately 5 weeks as soon as you touch anyone.
Yeah, well, if you're going to do it properly. No, we won't condone any of that kind of behaviour. But
Cooper Smith, for this game's first, we're 14 and a half minutes in. Either team yet to score. He crosses the paint of 50. This will have to go all of 48. This one looks better. Hasn't got the carry. Across the face of goal. Another point. Sandhurst, 4 points. Strathfieldsaye yet to score. It's play on.
Jones, quickly for the restart. They're going to pay the price here, I reckon, Sandhurst. The Storm are going to get it down there and kick a goal, and after having it hardly at all in their forward zone. It's a long ball. The Storm, possession of the footy, to the wing. Big punch. Doing well there was Howard for the Dragons, running through nicely at ground level. McKenzie, handball out to a teammate who kicks it short. It's a mark. Malquini with the 0-0 and the long sleeves on. Malquini, true centre wing, broadcast side. Looks to move it on quickly. He does. He'll go deep to the hot spot. Shishka is the target. Hands on footy. And I reckon what's going to happen, exactly what I said, Shishka directly in front.
Exactly, and that is just a perfect kick there from Riley Malquini.
Shishka plays on quickly. Looks to nail these sides first and misses to the far side. Strathfieldsaye on the board, 1 point. Sandhurst 4.
2 or 3 goal win. Sorry, Steve. I reckon to Sandhurst up to the club room's end.
Nick Stagg's just got a little bit of a complaint with his left shoulder, and he's been having a little bit of attention down on it there.
Sandhurst to play on from fullback. They go long down the line. Zach Charles over the back. In fact, it's Cooper Jones straight to ground. Land Frankie, quick kick inside forward 50. It hangs up against the wind. Ball to ground. Sue with a great front and centre. Looks to banana it through for Strathfieldsaye's first. He misses. Neither team yet to kick a goal. Strathfieldsaye 2, Sandhurst 4. Our score sponsors, Jason Westcott Builder. Fresh footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live.
I don't understand with that shot before why Shishka would play on in that position when he's definitely probably got the distance and the range. I don't quite see why.
Would it take into account that the wind is blowing into his face?
That is probably a fair point, but still, take the shot on goal.
Harrison,
take a bit of time.
Free now for the restart for the Dragons from fullback. You'll send it to the scoreboard side, outer side, running with the flight of the footy. Nicely will be Butler for the Dragons. Handball on to a teammate who'll kick it long was Green. Now it's on the outer side. Short pass in to Maxted. Maxted takes it at his ankles. Then he turns and goes. Inside forward 50 he goes. Looks for a target. 30 out from goal. Back of the pack. Ureta a collect with one hand. Goes toward goal and dribbles it through. Class goal that was at the 17-minute mark. The first goal of this afternoon goes to 1-4-10. The Storm are 2 behind. Score sponsor Don Smallgoods. Don is good. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Excellent ball movement from the Dragons there, just to get it over out the back, and then Ureta to just go over the back and crumb it. Classy finish from him as well.
Very classy finish there by Ureta. You can see why he has played a VFL footy with Essendon this year. 4 games earlier in the year. He's come back at the right time of year for Sandhurst. As the ball gets thrown up, Simpson v Sexton again. Sexton wins this one down, not quite to his teammate. Wilson gets the ball and kicks it long and quickly inside forward 50. In fact, it holds up against the wind. Ball in dispute. Clossy gets the front and centre into the hands of his Strathfieldsaye teammate in McClure. McClure unable to do much damage with the ball. He gets tackled. Ball straight to ground. Clossy again in and under, getting the ball. Jackson Leahy as well. They're doing well, the Strathfieldsaye midfield, just unable to get any clean possession out. Sandhurst picked the ball up off ground. He's tackled immediately by McClure. It's holding the ball. McClure, 50 metres out. Against the wind, though, probably a little bit outside of his range. He plays on quickly to the teeth of goal. It's a one-on-one here. Ball brought to ground. Genuinely in dispute. Wilkinson there with the ball. He's taken high. Wilkinson for Sandhurst will take the free kick.
He's in the back pocket. Wilkinson, good player for the Dragons. Ground level. He's one that's stepping up in the absence of Hood. Plays on. Kicks it. Hugs the boundary line to Keating. Keating had it and then dropped it. Dropped it over the boundary line. It will be a ball in. At 50 for the Storm. Scoreboard side, which sees an 8-point margin to the Dragons. 1-4-10 to the Storm, 2 behinds. Umpire will throw it in. Sexton against Simpson of the Storm. Tap it to ground level. Ureta collects. Handball's over the top, finds Green. Fergus Green, the Dragons. A short kick that only went about 2 metres to Stagg. Umpire paid it. Then he kicks it down the line. His target was Wilkinson. Good, strong, contested mark. He's got one inboard. Goes short. They're away here. Keating finds Howard. Howard just forward of centre. Gives it to a teammate and they go off. It was Austin towards goal. And it just fades there through a minor score, which sees Sandhurst go to 1-6-12. The Storm 2 behinds, and I'll give the scoreboard sponsor a plug, Jason Westcott Builder, because we ain't seeing much action on the scoreboard goal-wise, Mick.
No, we're not. Wilkinson getting busy. He was our City Framer Plus award recipient last week, backing up his good form. Cooper Jones plays on from fullback, long down the line. Ball to ground. No surprise, Clossy getting his hands on the ball first. Zach Charles picks it up off the ground. Immediately beset upon by 3 Sandhurst players. We'll have a ball up. 60 metres out from Sandhurst goal. Simpson and Sexton. Sexton to ground again. He's been busy. Into the hands of Wilkinson. He's tackled immediately by Riley Mulquinny. Ball up.
Up they go in the ruck. Sexton too strong. Tapped it to the opposition there in McClure. Ground level. Running through with Smith. Tries to give it to Keating by hand. Keating is tackled strongly by Mulquinny at ground level. And eventually we'll have a ball up. Good strong footy at ground level, Steve.
Oh, certainly. It's hot and contested at the moment, really.
It'll be now the Storm that win it off half-back. Long kick by Mulquinny to half forward. Running onto it will be Sue. Then a short pass, kicks it in the direction of Shishka. Goes one way, then the other. Handball into the path, back to Sue. Sue collects as easy as you like, runs into an open goal and gets their first of the afternoon. Takes it to 1-2-8 the Storm. Sandhurst 1-5-11. Scores sponsor Bendigo Bearings, local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
That was good work right there from Sue to just get it to Shishka and then get the handball off him. It was a lovely looping handball. And talking about to Shishka before about is he concerned about the Ron Best medal? Well, most selfish players who would be concerned about it would go for goal there.
That's right. He said before that he'd rather a premiership medal or wins over personal accolades, and he could have the shot there. Instead gave the handball off to his teammate. Simpson down, out of the ruck, into the hands of McKenzie. He goes quickly on his left foot. Wilson by himself, but an amazing mark going back with the flight of the ball. Lockie Wright. He looks to switch the ball immediately into the hands of Darcy Mills, one of Sandhurst's most consistent defenders. He looks to go long to the opposite wing. Ball to ground, a genuine 50-50. Robinson v Cooper Jones. Cooper Jones now with 2 on him. Austin from Sandhurst joins the party. Not quite. Up into the hands of his Strathfieldsaye teammate Behrens, who's come back into the side. 50-50 ball. We've got a ball up. 22 minutes gone. 8-11.
Castlemaine lead Eagle Hawk by 8 points down at Camp Reserve. Midway through the first term. Here at Tannery Lane, it's a 3-point margin to the Dragons. We're on the outer side, underneath the scoreboard. Winning at ground level, the Storm through McKenzie. McKenzie will go inside forward 50. His target will be Shishka. Shishka's got some work to do. Just made a space for Sue, and Sue kicks 2 in a minute to take the lead for the Storm. That takes them to 2-14 to 1-5-11. We've gone 23 minutes in this opening term. Score sponsor Don Smallgoods is Don is good. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Strafford's just trying to move that ball nice and quickly, especially down the line there, and it's working out for him, especially these last couple of minutes.
How often do you see, Steve, the ball being so dominant for one team and then the other team go down the end and go bang bang?
I wouldn't say it's a very often occurrence, but when it does happen, you certainly notice it.
14-11. Strathfieldsaye with the lead early on here. Simpson down to ground. 3 Sandhurst players there. Smetzer gets the ball up off the ground. Kicks it long. Holds up in the wind a little bit. Not quite by Maxted. A good defensive effort there by Chambers. He's been good early on for Strathfieldsaye. Knocks the ball out of bounds. 65 metres around from the Sandhurst goal. 23.5 minutes gone. You wouldn't think this quarter will go for too long. Ball in. Leicester into the ruck with Smetzer. Smetzer brings the ball down. Strathfieldsaye up off the deck. Jackson Leahy into the hands of Blanford. Blanford looks to go long down the line. Inside out kick. Good intercept mark there by Ireland. Into the hands of Mills, and they're out.
So Sandhurst looking to build off half-back now. Mills has a bounce through the middle of Tannery Lane. Short pass. It was at the ankles of Maxted. Couldn't quite win it. Smith just overran the footy. Then it bounces into his arms and they're out. Handball. Ureta did well. Ground level. Can't quite win it. Get it out. Stag a bit of a fresh airy, and they'll win it across half back here. The Storm only momentarily caused a turnover. Smets are getting involved, but now it's a Storm to half forward. It's with Shishka. Shishka will go long, and a mark's taken running with the fly to the footy, and he's just feeding Sue this afternoon, who will line up for his third goal.
Yet again, Strathfieldsaye, quick ball movement there. They've managed to use the corridor, which they've looked to use a few times early, and it hadn't worked out, but now it's finally starting to work out for them.
Sue with a golden patch here if he can slot it for his third. All of a sudden the Storm have come from nowhere to the Sheep Wash Creek end here at Tannery Lane in darkening conditions. The temperature has dropped. There will be rain at some stage, you would think, later in the afternoon. Sue directly in front and probably just stabbed it. It got it on the instep and it was wide, and opportunity missed. Takes it to 2-3-15, playing 1-5-11. The Storm lead 25 minutes opening term.
Wilson Butler's just come off the field with a seeming bit of a shoulder injury. I believe it's the other one that's not taped up, and he had a shoulder injury also earlier in the year that took him out for a couple of games, so interesting to see.
Harrison Free with the ball, directing traffic straight into the hands of Ben Lester. He brings it to Grant. Riley Wilson with the ball. He's tackled, dispossessed. Urader with the busy first quarter, shrugs a tackle, takes a bounce, long down the line, looking for Fergus Green. He's been quiet early. Well done there by Mulquinny. Dole with his head over the ball. The Sandhurst player in Stag, equally as tough. Good, tough footy there by both teams. We'll have a ball up right in front of us here at Strathfieldsaye.
I reckon I'll take it now, Mick. As Sexton, a clever tap to the back door. He heard the voice of Urader of the Dragons. Goes long, running with a fly to the woody. With the footy. The footy, yes, Keeper Jones, who might have got one as well after taking that mark.
Tough mark too, running back with the fly.
Oh, that's what I was suggesting.
Cooper Jones now, a little bit sore. Just letting everyone know that he'll take some time off the clock here into the hands of Lockie Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe immediately down the line, 2-on-1. Sandhurst have the numbers. Jackson Howard, the impressive youngster, over the top. He punches the ball out of bounds right in front of the Strathfieldsaye interchange. Score is 15-11.
Good contest here at Tannery Lane. Potentially one playing two playing one. Who's going to take top spot? Urader won it from ground level. Turnover though. Good, strong effort. Punch towards the boundary line. Urader keeps it in, but he tried to sucker the umpire and he wouldn't have a bar of it. It will be a ball in as he stepped over the line. I reckon Cooper Smith looking a bit sore with a shoulder there, or Harrison Free as well. Up they go in the ruck. Sexton taps it 15 metres forward, picking up ground level. Clossy handball, then gets it back. Free kick and incorrect disposal. Go the way of the Dragons.
Sorry to correct you there, Johnny. It was called holding the ball.
Holding the ball. So
that's what the umpire signalled.
Well, that is incorrect disposal because you didn't dispose of it.
True. That's right. Sandhurst now with the ball through Keating. He goes to the far wing. Lamb Island. Again. Across to Howard. Bit of slow play here for Sandhurst. Every one of Strathfieldsaye's players are within 60 metres of the Sandhurst goal. Keating now looking to switch the ball. Does it well. Into the hands of Edwards. Edwards looking for a short kick. Finds his target in Charlie Robinson. He's 48 metres out from goal on the boundary. Reckon he'll have a shot here, Steve?
Yeah, he'll take the shot. Definitely. Just seen that reverse horseshoe for Sandhurst as well.
Hey, use your own material.
Robinson now looking to get his extra leg under the ball. Swings out. Swings wide. It's one behind. 1-6-12. The Storm 2-3-15. Our score sponsor, Bendigo City Framers. It's fresh footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live.
Yeah, as I was saying, the reverse horseshoe, as Johnny would say, that definitely worked.
Bit of cheek from the young boy. He just ignored me.
The young pup.
I'm only being serious too, by the way, Steve. Let's get back to the footy as the ball's kicked in for the Storm. Ratcliffe deep in the back pocket, receives. Ratcliffe now hugs the boundary line, hits a target, gets the old 1-2 back. Now it's long down the wing. Lester is the target. Good, clever tap. He heard voice to McClure. Now they move it down the outer side wing. Mulquinny on the end of it for the Storm. A high ball. Inside forward 50. Shallow. Blanford flies. Comes off hands. Tumbles towards the boundary line. 35 metres out from goal. And we'll have a ball in. So there's the quarter time siren Not a very loud siren out here at Tannery Lane, which sees the Storm 2-3-15, Sandhurst 1-6-12, going round the grounds down at Gisborne. Gisborne lead Broadford 39-3. Castlemaine 8-0 against Eaglehawk at Camp Reserve, and South Bendigo lead by 10 points over Golden Square. And here at Tannery Lane, it's the Storm 2-3-15. They lead 1-6-12. Plenty more to come. Quarter time here at Tannery Lane. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh.
You know what's better than a Big Four bank?
A bank that's bigger. For me. Bigger. For making my money work harder.
And helping my business make it.
Bigger for helping us to buy a home.
Bigger for the community I care about.
My bank is bigger for what matters most.
As one of Australia's most trusted banks, millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Suppliers. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed colour bond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the Local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts, and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats. Like, just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. Oh, I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the Local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community. How do we get your name out there? We can provide banner and native advertising in our news feeds and socials, reaching thousands of people every week. We can run video ads before every game replay that gets watched by thousands of people each week. We can run promotional videos like this one about your business during quarter time breaks for all of our live stream games. Contact us now to find out how you can book a trial.
More live Bendigo football. And now it's time to fire up delicious Don Footy Franks. They're made for the footy.
Quarter time here in round 16 at Tannery Lane, where the Storm are taking on Sandhurst. The Storm lead 2-3-15 to Sandhurst 1-6-12. John Hunter, Mick Delaney, Steve Navort and Ray Pinner bringing you all the action here from Tannery Lane. You're listening on Radio Live 101.5 FM across Central Victoria, online, Community Radio Plus and TuneIn Radio apps. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live and out at Gisborne. They lead by 36 points over Broadford. Castlemaine by 8 points over Eaglehawk at Camp Reserve. And South Bendigo lead Golden Square by 10 points. The goal kickers in this game, and they're few and far between. Sandhurst has one in Dayton Ureta, a beauty when he picked up the footy at ground level, and two from Sue, who was gifted 2 goals by James Shishka. Probably should have had a third, but didn't make the most of it. better players, Steve Navort.
Yeah, Dayton Ureta definitely been Sandhurst's absolute
at 10-3-63 to Broadford, 3 behinds. So you're just squaring me up there, Norm, at ground level. Probably wasn't listening when I gave it out a little bit earlier, but that doesn't matter, does it?
No, I don't think so. Better players for Strathfieldsaye. George Simpson in the ruck. He's been vital for their first use out of there. Even though Sandhurst probably had the better of that quarter overall, he was very good in the middle as the ruckman for Strathfieldsaye. James Shishka, while he didn't get a lot of the ball down forward, just so crafty and so good with his teammates, being able to set them up. He's not just about kicking goals himself, he's about setting up his teammates as well, as we've seen Sue having 3 shots on goal for his 2 goals. Riley Wilson, Jackson Leahy, they've all been busy early on. Benny Lester in his 200th as well, hasn't had a lot of the ball. He's probably had more wrestles than what he's had touches, but he's the barometer. When he's up and about, Strathfieldsaye playing well.
What are your thoughts of the first term, Steve Navort?
Yeah, I think both teams have probably been a little bit scrappy to start the game. It's very hot under the collar, though, it seems, and probably wouldn't be surprised if a few more little spot fires break out, really.
Here we are, Tannery Lane, Strathfieldsaye Storm 2-3-15 to Sandhurst 1-6-12. We're just waiting for the last of the strugglers to get, or remove themselves, off the oval. It is Sponsors Day here at Strathfieldsaye. We'll give a shout out to 40 Winks as well for providing the truck for us today, having an absolute glorious vantage point to be able to call the footy for you here on Fresh Footy Live. It's 1 versus 2, and so far it's lived up to all expectations. Second quarter just about to kick off. Here is Johnny Hunter.
2-3-15 playing 1-6-12. Up they go. Sexton in the ruck. He didn't win it on that occasion, but it's a hurry kick by Sandhurst out of the middle, and we might have a whistle on play. It's going to go, which way it's going to go to the Storm. Players are a little bit confused momentarily. Off half back now. Might be laying Frankie with the footy with the long sleeves. Kicks it to the pack players. Ground level. Darcy Mills wins it for the Dragons. Breaks through. Short pass. Goes to the back of the pack. Picked up by Lan Frankie again. Gets the old 1-2. Sharing it around in the back half of the Storm. Getting involved at ground level was Wilson. Dished it off. Now a long ball in the direction of Sue. Lets it bounce, but then lets a teammate come through for the Storm. Inside forward 50. The kick came from McKenzie into the pocket. Shishka's the target. Will just try to keep it in and just fumbled and felt for it at the last moment. He knew that his game was up and it'll be ball in hard up against the point post. Storm in attack.
Good defensive work there by Liam Ireland, just not allowing Shishka to get that easy ball. He's got a ball in right next to the point post. Strathfieldsaye's end, ball goes in. Zach Charles in the ruck with Sexton. Charles wins it to ground. Quick kick, by McClure. It's out of bounds. It's hit the deck before it went out of bounds, so we'll have another throw in next to the point post. Charles again with Sexton. Sexton doing a big job in the ruck today for Sandhurst. Charles wins the ball straight down to Darcy Mills. He's tackled quickly by Darcy Mulquinny. We'll have a bounce. A minute 40 in, still no score.
Up they'll go in the ruck. Big punch. Did well, Sexton for the Dragons. Contest at ground level. Ball spills out. Running through Wisu. Collects. Goes on the outside of the boot and puts it through for a minor score. I reckon he should have straightened up, but it takes now the Storm to 2-4-16 to 1-6-12. Why did he put that on the outside of the boot there, Steve?
I honestly don't know why he would have done that. Probably just to rush of blood into the decision.
Harrison free now on kick-out duties. Sandhurst playing the bunch spread very deep. He'll look to go long. It's a numbers game here for Sandhurst. Good mark there by Wilkinson, out-muscling his Strathfieldsaye opponent. They look to go quickly inside, into the hands of Morris. Morris goes again to the far wing. Smith now with the ball. Lowers the eyes, finds his teammate. And Gus Hay up from the twos. He's been in incredible form in the twos. Laces out a nice pass there and finds his teammate in Fergus Green, who will look to kick his first and, more importantly, Sandhurst second.
That's an incredible work rate from Fergus Green, because literally a moment ago he was right in the contest and then all of a sudden he's leading out of the full forward line there. So that just shows the superstar potential. Well, not potential, but how much of a superstar Fergus Green is.
So Green has kicked 23 goals so far this year. One of the leading goal kickers for Sandhurst. 25 out, straight in front. You'd think this is elementary. And as I say that, he kicks it straight over the top of the goal umpire's hat. Fergus Green kicks his first, which now puts Sandhurst in front, 2-5-17. Strathfieldsaye 2-3-15. Score City sponsors, Jason Westcott Builders. Fresh Footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Interesting, Dayton Ureta starting the second quarter off for some reason. He's been their best player so far to start, and he's really gotten them going out the midfield.
Back in the middle, a 2-point margin. Sandhurst have taken the lead. Gloomy, dark skies, cool conditions here now the sun has gone in. Sexton in the ruck. He'll do it against Simpson. Storm will win it out of the middle. Little give by Jackson Lay, but didn't go anywhere. Then wins his own ball again. Cute little handball up the top. Went to Wilson. Wilson inside forward 50. It's shallow, ground level. Stormer in attack, running through the Pinnager. Couldn't quite get it. Ball is just ping-ponging around at ground level. It's almost as if it's a wet footy. Who wants it most? At 49 metres out from goal. Stagg does for Sandhurst. Banged it on the boot, didn't quite look. Turns it over, kicks it straight to McClure. Too far from home, to the clubroom's end. It's a worm burner! And hits Shishka right on the chest. He couldn't do anything else.
That's exactly what you want when you lead. Hit it straight out in front of you. Nice and easy chest mark for him.
It went thump straight into his chest. I could have marked that. I wouldn't have had any choose. I probably would have knocked a hole through me. James Shishka, we're behind this footy. Opens the account this afternoon, a personal account, and slots it through and takes the Storm to 3-4-22. They lead Sandhurst 2-6-18. Score sponsor Bendigo Bearings. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Bit of panic there from Stagg, just 40. All he had to do was just get it out the contest, and he didn't look up and see Strathfieldsaye were very well set up there. And yeah, just allowed him to go forward.
Quarter time at Lexington, they lead 4-5-29 in the MC BFNL against Campbell's Creek. 2 goals straight, 12.
Ball back to the middle here. 3-4-22, playing 2-6-18. How much will Sandhurst rue their inaccurate kicking in the first quarter? Ball up, Simpson and Sexton. They get the ball to ground, quickly up through Morris. He looks to kick the ball quickly inside forward 50. It's a free kick. Umpire says you are holding. So the free kick will go against Zach Charles.
Was it for holding, or was it Ollie Morris was dumped after he kicked it?
The umpire signalled the holding.
Oh, downfield. Oh, downfield. Yeah, okay.
We've got our specialist at ground level, Norm Jenkins, just updating us with all the stats.
Love your work, Norm. So we'll have Lockhart for his third shot on goal. He hasn't kicked one yet. He'll be kicking this from 50 against the wind. It'll take a big kick. Holds up against the wind. Good intercept mark there by Lockie Ratcliffe, right on the last line of defence, and they're out through Hunter Lawrence.
Hunter Lawrence looks inboard. He'll kick it across the face of his defensive goal. Hits up his target to Jones. He'll dish it off. Working it across half back now. The Storm hard up against the boundary line. Up to the wing. Turnover. Mills. Short pass inboard. Hits up his target. Might be Robinson with the footy. He'll go to half forward. Wilkinson was strong. Gets up and plays on. 50 metres. Goes goalward to the Sheepwash Creek end and slots it through. Classy finish. That takes it to 3-6-24. 2-point margin, 3-4-22 the Storm. Score sponsor Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
One of the Strathfieldsaye players is down after the attempted mark there against Wilkinson, and it looks a little bit sore getting up.
Mulquinny, I believe it is.
Looks like it's probably a knee or an ankle, the way he's hobbling. But that was smart IQ there from Wilkinson to know he's got that time, he's got that space to just go forward and then launch the bomb into goal.
Ball back into the middle. Simpson v Sexton again. It's been a good tussle between these two. Simpson this time over the top. Immediately won by Cooper Smith. On the left foot, quickly forward. It's a shallow kick. Connick in front. Smetzer with the ball. Gets the ball up off the ground. Good work there by the big man. To Smith. Back to Urader. Wilkinson. Wilkinson's been getting busy lately. He takes a bounce. He settles. He looks one way. He looks the other. Looks to centre the ball. Jacob Austin under the ball. In fact, it is Fergus Green coming from the weak side to take a grab over the top of his Strathfieldsaye opponent, and he'll look to kick his second of the quarter. That was a good piece of play there by Wilkinson.
Oh, that was certainly good. I was talking about it. He's looking busy and he's certainly got going there. You probably thought he was about to go for goal, and then to just switch it over and have Fergus Green take the mark. And Fergus Green's work rate as well, working all the way up down the tram tracks of that wing.
Fergus Green now, 25 out. Not much of an angle to speak of. To kick his second of the quarter. He drops it on the boot. Goal umpire does not move. Would you expect anything else from the gun that is Fergus Green? That's his second of the quarter. And Sandhurst now, Steve, are out to a bit of a lead.
Yeah, I don't know where that's come from, considering the wind's blowing those club rooms in, but they've just seemed to start getting their ball movement working and getting it out of the contest.
4-6-30. Playing Strathfieldsaye 3-4-22. Fresh footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Yeah, that's an 8-point margin here. It's game on here at Tannery Lane. Two of the better sides in the competition approaching the final series of 2026. Up they go in the middle again. Probably winning it there was Simpson at ground level. They do the Storm. Hurry kick came from McKenzie. Shallow inside forward 50. Turnover though, winning it nicely with Connick. Goes to the outer side. Finds Smetzer. Smetzer over the top to Matty Wilkinson. Short pass. Urader was the target. Cruel bounce. Good work backing up there. Hay at ground level. Just gets held up. And in front of the scoreboard, we'll have a ball up. Outer side wing. The Storm. They trail 22 to Sandhurst 30.
Smetzer looks to punch the ball long. Falls straight to ground. The ball is in dispute. Plenty of players around this one. McKenzie emerges with it into the hands of Lawrence. Lawrence is tackled immediately. Umpire says play on, however. Sandhurst picked the ball up through Connick. Quick ball inside forward 50. Cooper Jones intercepts it into the hands of Behrens. Behrens back to Jones. Jones on the left foot. Big dump kick forward. Sandhurst 3-1. The one wins out, however. Sue with the ball. He's been everywhere so far this game. Ball in dispute. Handball up to Behrens. Behrens into the middle. McKenzie with the quick handball over to Simpson. Simpson over the top. Riley Mulqueeney's by himself with a ball sit. No, it doesn't. Urader intercepts it. Mulqueeney immediately tackles him right on the plane of 50, and the umpire will say, give it to me, I'll ball it up.
Quarter time in the BFNL. Harcourt 7-4-46 lead. Avoca 1-2-8 on local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live. 8-point margin here at Tannery Lane. Sandhurst, they lead, and it'll be a free kick to Fergus Green across half-back for too high. McClure just getting a bit overzealous there. Short pass, Fergus Green. Hits up Hay into the side this afternoon. Aggressive short pass, hits Keating. Defensive side of centre wing. Broadcast side. Slows it down. Short pass back to Hay. Only went the required 15 metres. 20 metres out from the boundary line in front of the broadcast truck. Sponsored this afternoon. 40 winks. Darcy Mills with the footy. He goes aggressive. Short pass. Corridor finds Keating. Halfway between the wing and left half forward. Kicking to the Sheepwash Creek area. Short pass. Fans it wide. Hits up his target. They're moving it methodically. Hayes moved further down the field. Racking up a couple of possessions here in a few minutes. Cody Maxted gets upended. Umpire lets it go. Goes to the top of the square. Target was Lockie Wright playing down forward. Hasn't had much of the footy ground level. We're all tied up. 30 metres directly in front of the Dragons' goal. Sheepwash Creek end. It is an 8-point margin. The Dragons lead. 12 minutes gone. Opening term, local footy. The place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Try saying Sheepwatcher Creek end 5 times in a row really quickly. I bet you'd struggle. Tyson McKenzie on the left foot takes it from stoppage and kicks it long on the opposite side wing. That's dribbled nearly 65 metres. The ball, though, does it find its way out of bounds? No, it doesn't. Tackled immediately as a Sandhurst player into the hands of the Strathfieldsaye player, Riley Wilson. The umpire says that was holding the ball. So Sandhurst will take the free kick. They look to switch the ball inside. Jackson Howard He'll go again to Keating. They've switched the ball well here. They're well and truly out. Mulquinny doing a good job on the mark, just making sure he can't play on quickly. Keating to Green. He's kicked 2 goals this quarter. Now his last line of defence. Across to Connick. Connick unable to take the mark. Able to gather and go down the line. Kick. Not so good. Ureta, very good. Gets a scraps. Looks to go inside forward 50 with a spearing pass to Maxted. Maxted with a ripper mark out in front of Ratcliffe. He will have a set shot 35 metres out directly in front to put Sandhurst up by 2 goals.
Sandhurst have just been very patient with the ball movement. They've tried to do, as Johnny knows it, the reverse horseshoe a few times, but Strathfieldsaye just covering it off pretty well, just making them do a few little short chip marks, and then, yeah, Sandhurst just got it going forward pretty quickly there, and it's worked wonders.
So Maxted, he's kicked 9 goals in 3 games. Been very good for Sandhurst over the past month. Walks in, very deliberate in his action. He does spray it though. Not something you see every day by Maxted. 4-7-31 plays 3-4-22. Our score sponsor, Don Smallgood, is good. Fresh footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
So Sandhurst doing all the attacking here as Jones kicks it in from full-back. It's okay, finds Radcliffe. Radcliffe aggressive at the ankles of Mulquinny, who is good enough to scoop it off the carpet. He's on right half-back, bringing it down broadcast side wing. It's a long ball, 50-metre ball. Target will be Charles. Island did well. Ground, in fact, it was Howard, and at ground level Lockie Wright getting involved, and we'll have a ball up. We're right on top of the players here, getting a real good feel of the action. Up they'll go in the ruck. It'll be Sexton, but snagging it there will be Clossy. Clossy will go inside forward 50 shallow. There's all Dragons. Fergus Green puts it around the back and cleverly like a basketballer, then puts it on the left foot. Sue couldn't quite mark it. Ground level. Mulquinny, in fact it is Mulquinny. Goes inside forward 50 shallow, but saving the day there for the Dragons was Howard.
They're out over the back side of Strathfieldsaye Oval into the hands of Morris. Morris now at half-back, looks to bring the ball centrally. Good intercept mark there by Lam Frankie, playing his 100th Bendigo Footy Netball League senior game today. He looks to switch the ball again. We've got an injured player here. Ben Lester will take the mark, however. Lockie Wright is in the hands of the trainers. What did you see, Steve?
Oh, it was just after the marking contest. He went down, and I think my presumption is he's a bit winded or something. It doesn't seem to be a shoulder or a leg injury.
I did see him back into the pack here with that contest in front of us.
And then, yeah, as a few of the Strathfieldsaye players went past, they've sort of pushed him into the ground a little bit or rubbed his head, so...
Oh, he looks sore, doesn't he?
Yeah. Sandhurst also setting up behind the ball very well. They're certainly getting a lot of numbers behind the ball. You can see there's probably about 3 or 4 Strathfieldsaye players there spare across.
Benny Lester with the ball. He plays on into the hands of Mulquinny. He goes long down the line. Riley Wilson unable to take the mark. Looks to handball the ball, however. Great defensive pressure there by who else but Nick Stagg. It's holding the ball. Free kick Sandhurst.
It's not in a good way, Lockie Wright. I reckon he's going to have a Chris Mew in a minute, the way he's going. But
might be ribs or something.
Yeah, in the bread basket. Out of side for the Dragons. Butler. Short pass. Finds a teammate. And they'll work it back in defensive 50 dangerously. Island. They'll bring it out the other side. Top of the defensive square. Fergus Green. Short pass forward. Ureta wasn't clean. Ureta on his defensive 50 for the Dragons. He's at the club rooms end here at Tannery Lane. Now he goes to the wing. Poor kick. He spotted up the opposition turnover and finds Sue. He's kicked 2 this afternoon. He had a little bit of a purple patch a little earlier. He's on true centre wing position. Now casually kicks it 40. Shallow inside forward 50. Kicks it to a pack. Over the pack was Connick over the back. And they step over the line and we'll have a ball up. Keating doing well ground level. In fact, it's going to be a ball up, Mick. I thought it went out of bounds.
Yeah, umpire called ball up just before it went out of bounds. So we see Sexton and Simpson. Sexton down to Connick. Connick quick kick forward. Bounces left on Benny Lester and goes straight out of bounds. We'll have a ball in.
Castlemaine by 8 points at Camp Reserve, Mick.
I like this.
Against Eagle Hawk, so early days yet, but I thought they might have been in a bit of danger early, but obviously they're playing all right.
Hopefully they prove me wrong. Ball in. Simpson and Sexton's been a good battle early on. Sexton into the hands of Mays. Mays looks for a quick handball out to Jackson Leahy. He's unable to get the ball. Nick Stagg at the bottom of the pack again. Beset upon by two Strathfieldsaye players.
Fergus Green's playing sparing defence. Just as I say that, a man goes to him.
Yep. You can't leave someone as good as that spare in defence. Ball in dispute. Jackson Leahy again. Head over the ball. Well attacked there by Wilkinson. Nick Stagg, believe it or not, is at the bottom of the pack again. We'll have another ball up. When you've got someone as good as Fergus Green, you've got to man him up, don't you, if you see him deep in defence?
Yeah, absolutely would. Most teams would probably almost put a tag on him.
Sexton, good tap out into the hands of Urader. Good bump there by McClure, then gets the ball into the hands of McKenzie. McKenzie over the top to Dole. He's beset him on immediately. Good tackle there by Sandhurst. And we'll have another ball up on the 50 as we see another player down.
Yeah, Dayton Urader just tackled, can't quite tell who that is. McClure. And he went over the top of his head just straight after it.
Dragons by 9 points, almost red time here as Urader wins it off half-back for the Dragons. He'll go into the middle. Ball will spill. Running on it till we Smetzer. Smetzer, the goals are open. It's a long bong. In fact, I reckon he might have aimed for Max. Goal. That looked promising, didn't it?
Oh, it certainly did. Dayton Urader getting him really going forward, as has been the case all day.
Ball in, deep in the forward pocket. Left forward pocket. Sheepwash Creek end. 19 minutes have ticked over in this second term. Sandhurst by 9 points. Big contest out here at Tannery Lane. Up they go in the ruck. Good body by Maxted. He just couldn't get purchase on it when he kicked it. And it ended up in the arms of Cooper Jones for the Storm.
Cooper Jones doing a good job down back. Another intercept mark for him. Strathfieldsaye very happy to see him back. He goes long down the line with that left shoe into the hands of Riley Mulquinny. He's been good early on for Strathfieldsaye as well. Just slowing the ball down. Sandhurst doing a good job setting up their defence. Umpire says play on. Mulquinny now long down the line. Exactly what Sandhurst will want. Fergus Green over the top. Takes a great intercept mark. They've got numbers through the middle if they want to come back centrally. Ferg goes down the line. 50-50 Maxted and Jones. Jones uses his body. Umpire says, no you didn't, you pushed him. Kobe Maxted with the free kick 50 metres out.
South Bendigo by 18 points over Golden Square, approaching half-time. As Maxted sends it inside forward 50. Wilkinson at the back of the pack. There's a hole. It might be the man at the front of the pack for the Dragons that gets the free kick. Either. It's going to be a Dragons kick. They were just dominating it in the air then. And an important kick now in the context of the game for Finlay Lockhart.
Yeah, what would this be? Fourth or fifth shot on goal for him? Fourth. Mick's just giving me the signal. He's gotten in good spots and he seems to rush his set shot routine.
Directly in front, and he did on that occasion. He didn't take enough steps, I don't reckon, and spread it wide. Didn't never look like being a goal. That takes it to a 10-point margin, 32 playing 22. Score sponsor Bendigo Bearings, local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Cooper Jones playing on from fullback. Takes a bounce to the far side wing into the hands of Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe with a shore kick out to Riley Mulquinny. In the long sleeves today, as he is each and every week. Looks centrally, finds Clossy. Clossy looks to come further inside. Sandhurst doing a really good job closing up the midfield. Clossy, no other option but to go long down the line. Shishka one-on-one with Ireland. Umpire says Strathfieldsaye pushed out. Sandhurst free kick. They play on immediately. Urader looks long down the line. Finds his teammate in Morris. Morris quickly plays on to Cooper Smith. Cooper Smith over the top to Hay. Just lacked a little bit of polish. Morris, though, gets the ball up off the deck. Dispossessed into the hands of Ben Lester. Ben Lester over the top to Jackson Leahy. Jackson Leahy to Chambers. Chambers back to Clossy. It's a hot footy. Back to Dole. Dole having to go long down the line and finds Sue. And a bit of relief here for Strathfieldsaye.
Sue, he tried to handball on. It was ineffective, but they're lucky that Jackson Leigh mopped up by hand to Chambers over the top. They're moving it nicely. Mulquinny now with the footy to half forward. Shishka the target and hits him, and he'll line them up for his second this afternoon.
Well, that's certainly very lucky there for Sue that his teammates like Jackson Leahy were able to pick up on the ball, get it moving forward. A little bit of quick ball movement. It's seeming to scare Sandhurst at the moment.
In the forward pocket, in front of a big crowd here, in front of the club rooms, 5 metres in from the boundary line. Shishka for his second this afternoon and curls it nicely for a goal. And the Storm go to 28 playing 32, a 4-point margin. Score sponsor Jason Westcott Builder, local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Yeah, just absolutely perfect from Strathfieldsaye there, really, to say the least. Probably just need to keep moving that ball quick, because that's seeming to what gets Sandhurst. Fergus Green's coming back onto the field, going behind the ball now.
Just to arrest a little bit of the momentum, you'd think. 28 plays 32, 23 minutes gone here at Tannery Lane. It's been a hot footy so far this game. You can see why both these teams are 1 and 2 on the ladder. Umpire balls it up. Benny Lester in the ruck against Smetzer. He wins it down into the hands of Riley Wilson. He's tackled immediately. Ball spills free into the hands of Clossy. Clossy goes long inside forward 50. It's a one-on-one. Shishka unable to take the mark. Ball falls immediately to ground. Into the hands of the Strathfieldsaye player in Bell. Bell gets it back to Clossy again. He's been busy, but taking the intercept mark is your man, Stephen, Fergus Green.
Exactly, his work rate and just pushing back there, unselfish thing.
Fer Green, hard up against his defensive goal line. Short pass into the pocket. Might be right, that's back out there, is it? It is. He's recovered from that one he got in the bread basket. He was in some pain earlier on. Hits the short pass in Butler. Butler now will kick it down the line. Up they'll go. Mark taken by Lockhart of the Dragons, defensive side of centre wing. Just taking his time now. He'll dump it long down the line, outer side wing. Hits Maxted. Maxted, good strong mark in front of his eyes. Underneath the scoreboard. Reads 28 playing 32. The Dragons by 4 points. 24 minutes gone. Second term. Maxted, a long ball. Urata's the target. Hits him on the chest and he'll line them up from goal on pretty tight angle. Probably can't get much tighter than sitting on the boundary line, I suppose, Steve, can you?
No, you certainly couldn't. Just good patient ball movement again from Sandhurst. That's seeming to be what's working for him today. Just that patient, relax, take the time and then just find the hit.
I've called a couple of goals of the year already this season from this exact spot. Hard up against the fence. Let's see if Urata can do it on this occasion to the Sheepwash Creek end. He can't. Whistle on play, hold. It won't be the Dragons. Defensively, they all sigh relief for the Storm, and it's a free kick to Cooper Jones.
Jones handballs the ball off. Oh, very dodgy here. Wilson picks the ball up off the deck. It's a hot footy. They're going to do well to get out of trouble here. Chambers quickly down the line to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe, another grubby click. Sue, he's been really good for Strathfieldsaye so far this game. Into the hands of Bell. Bell looks to go centrally. Intercept mark though. Darcy Mills, you could almost feel that it was inevitable with the way Strathfieldsaye were using the ball. Mills now looks to go long inside forward 50. Terrible kick by his standards. Intercept mark taken by Behrens.
Behrens will play on quickly. Finds Lester, the 200 gamer. Handball forward. Jackson Lay, short pass. Finds Clossy. Clossy in the middle of Tannery Lane. Plays on quickly to the club room's end. The ball holds up in the breeze. Up they'll go. Shishka! He's got to be paid a mark. Just plucked it 3 deep. And wow, the composure, Steve. Seriously.
That probably shows why he's up there in the Ron Best medal at the moment. Just the composure and the strength in the contest there to take a contested mark like that. As Dayton Urater's coming from the field looking a little bit sore.
I reckon he's just a bit cooked. He's run his guts out, I reckon. James Shishka directly in front. Club room's end. Darkening skies. In he comes for his third of the afternoon. And he kicks a goal. And that is that'll be number 60 for this season, will it not? His third of the year, of the afternoon. That was a score sponsor, Bendigo City Framers, local footy, the place we want to be. That takes the Storm to 5-4-32, and just, I reckon that squared it all up, Steve.
I think it might have, but yet again, the fast ball movement from Strathfieldsaye, the game's opened up. Both teams are playing it a little bit on their terms, and Strathfieldsaye getting it perfectly through the corridor.
In fact, the score is 5-4-34, the Storm to Sandhurst 4-8-32. The sponsor, 40 Winks, the truck sponsor, just held us up there a bit there, Mick.
Yeah, they did. Stagg, though, through the middle of the ground, finds his teammate in Lockhart. Lockhart goes one way, goes the other. The ball doesn't spin right. It doesn't matter. Into the hands of Maxted. Maxted goes, I'll dance around you, sunshine, and kicks the goal. Talk about a quick reply. Maxted, very, very nice and light-footed there. Kicks the goal for Sandhurst, and what a reply, given the dominance that Strathfieldsaye have had of late on the scoreboard. They hit the front again.
And that was good centre clearance from Nick Stagg to get it forward. I thought Finley Lockhart marked it and was going back for a set shot.
5-8-38 Sandhurst, 5-4-34. Our score sponsor, Don Smallgood, is Don is good. Fresh footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Back in the middle, 28 minutes that you've had to tick over in this second term. Cracker of a game we've got here at Tannery Lane. Up they go in the ruck. Sexton won it, but Clossy at ground level. He won it for the Storm. Now we go inside forward 50. Shishka will have to be the target. Gets caught deep. Somehow ends up in his hands. Charles, nice tap over the top into the goal square. Sue runs onto it. Can he find some space? He can't. Good defensive play, Dragons, and they all breathe a sigh of relief for that build-up.
That was good defensive pressure there from Sandhurst. They were double teaming James Shishka as well by the look when the ball came in.
Sandhurst now looking to bring the ball out on this wing through the hands of Connick. Connick into the hands of captain Cooper Smith. There's one way to look after your spot in the side, Johnny. It's kick the ball to the captain. He looks to go back and switch the ball through Ireland. Ireland now back into Strathfieldsaye's goal square through Fergus Green. The switch continues. He looks for Howard. Ball in dispute. It's a genuine 50-50 here. Mays over the top, unable to get the ball as the half-time siren blows here at Tannery Lane, and we've got an absolute cracker on our hands. Strathfieldsaye 5-4-34. Sandhurst 5-8-38.
Let's go around the grounds and check Bendigo Football League scores in round 16. Gisborne down at the Graveyard lead Broadford 17-6, 108 to Broadford, 3 behinds. Castlemaine 1 point margin there against Eagle Hawk at Camp Reserve, 29 playing 28, and South Bendigo lead Golden Square 5-7-37. South Bendigo to Golden Square 2-7-19. And here at Tannery Lane, it's the Sandhurst Dragons that lead 5-8-38, 4 point margin to the Storm. More to come in this second half. Promises to be a big second half of footy in round 16. Local footy, the place we want to be.
You know what's better than a Big Four bank?
A bank that's bigger. For me. Bigger. For making my money work harder.
And helping my business make it.
Bigger for helping us to buy a home.
Bigger for the community I care about.
My bank is bigger for what matters most.
As one of Australia's most trusted banks, millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Supplies. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed colorbond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the Local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts, and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats. Like, just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. Oh, I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the Local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community. How do we get your name out there? We can provide banner and native advertising in our news feeds and socials, reaching thousands of people every week. We can run video ads before every game replay that gets watched by thousands of people each week. We can run promotional videos like this one about your business during quarter time breaks for all of our live stream games. Contact us now to find out how you can book a trial.
It's half-time here at Tannery Lane in the Bendigo Football Netball League. Round 16 with the Storm taking on Sandhurst. And we've got a close game on our hands, a 4-point margin. Sandhurst lead 5-8-38 to the Storm 5-4-34. John Hunter with you this afternoon. I'm joined by Mick Delaney, Steve Navort and Ray Pinner. On Radio Live 101.5 FM across Central Victoria, also on your Community Radio Plus and TuneIn Radio apps. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live, and down at Gisborne, the Graveyard, the Bulldogs 28-128 lead Broadford 139. Down at Camp Reserve, Eagle Hawk have kicked away against Castlemaine. Eagle Hawk 6-5-41 to Castlemaine 4-5-29. And out at South Bendigo, at Harry Trott Reserve, the Bloods, they lead by 7 points against Golden Square, 5-8-38 to Golden Square, 4-7-31. And here, as I said, 5-8-38, Sandhurst lead the Storm 5-4-34. Goal kickers in this game to date, we've got 2 multiple goal kickers for the Storm. Shishka has 2 and Clossy has 2. In fact, Shishka has 3, so I'll just make a correction to that, which will be interesting with the goal kicking tally for the Ron Best medal, and I'll get to that shortly. And for Sandhurst, singles to Ureta, Maxted and Wilkinson, and Fergus Green has 2.
Dayton Ureta's probably been best of field, I would have thought, so far for Sandhurst. He was still pretty good that second quarter, not as good as the first quarter, but still very good. Fergus Green got himself going in that second quarter as well. He was popping up, taking defensive marks right on the goal line and then taking clunks in the goal square to kick goals. Also thought Wilkinson's been pretty good today. He had a little hot patch there in the second quarter as well.
Might be a contender for our sponsors award, a $100 voucher from Bendigo City Framers. At the end of the game, we will award that, and I'll get you two guys to give your better players, and then I'll make a decision who wins it. How does that sound?
Sounds pretty good.
Sounds good to me. For Strathfieldsaye, the better players, by no coincidence, they worked their way back into this game, the Storm, because of the work inside by Jackson Leahy and Daniel Clossy. Clossy very, very busy, sending the ball repeatedly inside forward 50, giving Shishka multiple opportunities at those one-on-one contests to kick the 3 goals he has so far. Down back, it's been Cooper Jones, just intercept mark after intercept mark, and really, Sandhurst should be a lot further ahead than what they are. Only being 4 points ahead right now, should be 3 or 4 goals.
Another little competition going on in the background, the Ron Best medal. Before today, Shishka was on 57 and McKenna on 55. Now, Shishka has kicked 3. He's given away 2 or 3, I reckon. Caused a couple. And apparently McKenna down at Gisborne has got 5 on the board against Broadford already. So, Steve, who knows what could go on this side? Contest with the Ron Best medal.
Well, what is it? All tied up then now, so...
All tied up. Not that it really matters, as we've said about the... Well, it does matter to a certain degree, but it is finals coming up, so it's all about the team thing. But an interesting little byplay of a game going on with the goal kickers.
But if Gisborne are really if they're really keen on getting Pat McKenna the Ron Best medal, considering they're up against Broadford, they will probably just go with the strategy of just kick it to McKenna.
That's the big difference, isn't it? Because... that's a game against Broadford where you can do that kind of thing, but you can't do it here in a game of an importance against the Strathfieldsaye Storm and the Sandhurst.
Certainly can't. When it's a top of the table clash, you've got to do the team thing.
Have you seen that second quarter compared to the first quarter, and which way do you think it's going to go?
The game opened up a little bit more that quarter. I found both teams were able to get it going through the corridor a bit more, and they were able to get their skills going, and both teams probably moved the ball a bit how they wanted, so both teams playing it on the way they wanted. Sandhurst being a little bit patient with it, with the build-up, and then Strathfieldsaye just looking to go guns blazing quick forward. So I'm probably leaning towards Sandhurst though, still, just.
Put your coach's hat on, Mick. What are you displeased with and what are you pleased with? Firstly, for the Storm?
Displeased with disposal efficiency coming out of D50. What I think they can do better is lowering the eyes and hitting up targets instead of just bombing long repeatedly. I understand that it's worked a couple of times for James Shishka, but there's been times where they're coming out of D50 and literally every player is in Sandhurst's forward half of the ground. So they just need to be able to lower the eyes, not dump kick long, and just, if they want to play that flooding game, that's all well and good, but they need to lower the eyes and hit up their targets to give their forwards a chance to work back into space to be able to maintain possession of the ball.
Yeah, and I feel like the quality of the game hasn't been there as in skills and hitting targets and fumbling, but I'll put that down to the pressure of both sides because defensively both sides are playing a really good brand of footy leading up towards the finals.
Oh yeah, they certainly have been, and as you said, the pressure, that's been what's leading to the fact that it's probably a little bit scrappy, hot under the collar, and both teams just not quite executing as they'd planned to normally.
So both clubs are going to go to their respective ends, and we did think there was a 3-goal margin to the club room's end, which that'll be kicked to by Sandhurst this
quarter. You asked Steve and I.
Yeah.
You nearly got away with it. Who do you think wins and why?
I thought that Storm before the start of the game, but I'm actually swinging towards Sandhurst a little bit. They're really impressing me with their structure and how we know the way they play the footy. They do that reverse horseshoe better out of every single club that we've seen this season, and I just think it's working better for them at this point of time in the game. But let's see what happens in this second half. It's going to be close. It is the Storm 5-4-34. They trail Sandhurst 5-8-38. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live. Here's Mick Delaney to bring you the third quarter.
Cooper, Sexton and Simpson up in the ruck. Sexton knocks it down to no one in particular. Jackson Leahy with the ball into the hands of Wilson. Wilson, quick handball, unable to handball to anyone in particular. Nick Stagg winds up with it. Again, at the bottom of the pack, we'll have a ball up. Wilson, just taking his time, getting back to his feet. Umpire balls up Sexton. Good knock forward into the hands of Smith. Smith tries to knock it on into the path of Wilkinson. He's unable to take possession of the ball. It's a hot footy at ground level. Cooper Smith again at ground level. Riley Wilson with the tackle. He looks up at the umpire. The umpire says, I'll ball it up. Out on the wing, 60 metres out from Sandhurst goal. Early stages, third quarter.
BFNL half-time. Denali 1 straight 6. Trail Talbot 13-6-84. The Giants 3-4-22 to Carisbrook 6-5-41. Harcourt 12-11-83. Avoca 3-1-19. And Lexington lead Campbell's Creek 7-6-48 to Campbell's Creek 2-1-13.
How's that for a handball by Taysom McKenzie? 35 metres forward, finds McClure. McClure's got no one to go to though. He stops, he changes. Connick, good pressure. Dumb kick down the line by McClure. Overrun by Jackson Howard. Shishka runs back onto it. Good help defence there by this Sandhurst player. And Lockie Wright, good to see him back up and about. The ball goes out of bounds. 55 metres around from the Strathfieldsaye goal. Tyson McKenzie's burst from stoppage is really impressive, isn't it?
It is absolutely incredible, and that is probably half the reason Strathfieldsaye are winning the clearances that they're winning.
Simpson and Sexton back into the ruck. Sexton down to Wilkinson. Sexton's had the better of the third quarter so far. Into the hands of Ureta. Ureta turns and goes quickly. Mulquinny intercepts the ball at ground level. No one able to take clean possession of the ball, however. Mulquinny up into the hands of Dole. Dole to Jackson Leahy. Works his way back into the pack. Into the hands of Behrens. Behrens to brother Mulquinny. He's beset upon quickly by Cooper Smith. We'll have a ball up. Bit scrappy there, Steve.
Oh, it certainly is a bit scrappy. Going back to that point about Tyson McKenzie, it also just shows you the level that there is between VFL and local footy.
Dragons by 4 points on the wing. Soccer off the ground there by Cooper Smith of the Dragons, but kicked it straight to the opposition in Behrens. Behrens aggressive, goes corridor with the Storm. Bell, short pass forward. It's effective. Finds Jackson Leigh. He goes inside forward 50 shallow. Ball spills to the outer side to Ireland. Handball over the top to Fergus Green. Made him work. He was good enough to pick it up at ground level. Then gets tackled nicely by Mulquinny of the Storm. Did well. Ball spills over the boundary line and we'll have a ball in underneath the scoreboard. The Dragons lead by 4 points, 38 playing 34. 3 minutes gone. Third term. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Ball being thrown in right underneath the scoreboard, 34 playing 38. Simpson takes the ball out of the ruck into the hands of Mulquinny. Quick kick forward by Mulquinny. Again though, for the second time already this quarter, intercept mark by Fergus Green. Right on the paint of the 50. He looks to switch kick. 50 metre switch kick into the hands of Connick. Connick to Howard. Howard looks inside. They're looking to get attacking. Not a good kick, however. Intercept mark. Behrens has been busy early this third term. In the centre square for Strathfieldsaye. Sandhurst pushing players back quickly. Behrens really with nowhere to go. He looks left, he looks right. He decides to go straight down the eye, diddle diddle. 45 metres out. Connick. In fact, it's Smetzer. Good intercept mark. He switches to Connick and Sandhurst are now out.
Comes up the wings to find Keating. Keating marks hard up against the boundary line. Aggressive kick. to a one-on-one contest. Back of the pack, Morris runs on, but it was good work by Ratcliffe. Taps it to the teammate, then they lose it. Ground level, Morris doing hard work. Hard kick inside forward 50. Might have come from Smith. Gives it to a teammate. Robinson goes goalward. Standing in there is Maxted and wanders into an open goal and slots it. Good build-up, Dragons. Score now is the Dragons. They go to 6-8-44. The Storm 5-4-34. Score sponsor Don Smallgoods is Don is good. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Smart little kick there from Ollie Morris just to find Charlie Robertson there, just in a little open bit of space, forcing Strathfieldsaye to then press up, leaving Maxted open in the goal square, and then just easy goal for him.
Simpson over the top, straight down to Cooper Smith. Cooper Smith, quick kick forward, it goes along the ground, bounces over the top. Cooper Jones finds a ball, again unable to find a target. Harrison free, quick handball out, no good. Daniel Clossy with a handball out. Cooper Jones again for the third time so far this quarter. He kicks the ball along the ground. Let's try again. Cooper Jones, handball out. Hunter Lawrence finds a target this time in Riley Mulquinny. He's been busy today. Has Mulquinny in the long sleeves. Umpire says play on, gets his kick forward. Clossy pushed in the back. Sandhurst player takes a mark. Umpire sees what we saw. Pays a push in the back. Clossy now inside forward 50.
He goes shallow down the line. Shishka was the target. Ran underneath the footy, then he doubled back and then picked it up. He got tackled well. Lockie Wright just tapped the ball over the boundary line, and if there was ever a deliberate, that was it. But the umpire didn't agree, and it will be a ball in 48 metres from goal to the Sheep Wash Creek end. Storm are in attack. Ball in. Lester doing the ruck work for the Storm. Spills to Clossy, then to the back of the pack. Mulquinny, a fresh airy. Tries to butter up his own ball. Ground level, doing well. Stagg literally handed there to Smith. Then it was Clossy for the Storm. Wins it back. They're out here, the Storm. Short pass. Oh, puts a teammate under pressure. Comes to the back of the pack. Mulquinny collects. Goes goalward and just hits his fist into his palm of his hand because he missed an opportunity. And that puts it through for a minor score. 35 the Storm, trailing 44 Sandhurst. 6 minutes gone, third term.
Had a bit more time there to straighten up. Mulquinny did, and probably going off that inside foot wasn't the greatest move for him.
He's kicked 14 goals from 11 games so far. Mulquinny should have probably nailed that. Fergus Green plays on from fullback. Caleb Connick down the line finds him. Plenty of time here for Connick, taking all his time up. Umpire says play on. He goes long down the line. Simpson and Cooper one-on-one. Sexton brings the ball down to ground. No good. Kobe Mexted playing up across half-back. Quick kick forward. Good punch there by Cooper Jones into the hands of Behrens. Behrens, however, takes the ball out of bounds. Right in front of us. 44 playing 35. 6.5 gone third quarter.
Eagle Hawk by a point over Castlemaine down at Camp Reserve through the third term. Right in front of us, broadcast side, in front of the truck. Sponsors this afternoon. 40 winks for our broadcast position. Lester does the ruck work, puts it down the throat of Wilson of the Storm, puts it over, looking for McKenzie, but he gets collared. Good defensive work. Darcy Mills at ground level for the Dragons. We'll have a ball up. True centre wing position. Up they'll go in the ruck. Sexton doing the ruck work for the Dragon. Spills there to his teammate, the skipper in Cooper Smith, puts it to half forward. Maxted, good punch into the path of Ureta, but good strong tackle. Blandford for the Storm did well, and on left half back wins a free kick for the Storm.
Fun fact, I used to coach Paddy Blandford here back in 2019. He was a young under 18 coming through, and seeing him apply a tackle like that makes me smile. He goes short down the line. I don't like seeing that kick though, almost a turnover. Wilson now, quick handball forward to Lester. Lester back into the middle. Darcy Mulquinny with the ball. He slips over though into the hands of Morris. Morris hands up to Wilkinson. Clossy gets a hand on the ball. Sandhurst, however, through Mays. Mays now to Robinson. Robinson on the right from 45 out. They celebrate long, they celebrate hard. That's their 7th. And they just sneak out to a handy lead here, Steve. What are you thinking? Alarm bells yet?
I'd slightly be thinking alarm bells are just going. It was scrappy there from Strathfieldsaye. They looked on and then they just didn't. So
Score is 7-8-50, Storm 5-5-35. Our score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builders. Fresh footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live.
It's only a 15-point margin, but in the scheme of this game, that feels like a lot. And Sandhurst have the momentum at the moment, so maybe they could be going for a bit of a hunt and kill here in the third quarter.
Second time in a couple of weeks. Could it be the Storm looking down the barrel at home at Tannery Lane? This is their hunting ground. Whistle for a throw. It's going to be the Dragons with a free kick through Ureta. Retreats backwards in order to go forward and hits Howard. Howard comes laterally. Hits his target. Stretching there was Henry Edwards for the Dragons. Just managed to rake it in before it went over the boundary line. In front of the Storm coach's box. Goes aggressive. Corridor. Hits up Ferg Green. He scans as well. Methodical build up again by the Dragons. This is what they do well. Hits up a target in Howard. Howard just forward of centre for the Dragons. Aggressive kick down the guts. Wasn't quite effective. Turnover. Wins it off. Halfback is Wilson for the Storm.
Shishka with the ball. Quick tap out. Doesn't go to advantage though. Morris now up off the deck. Quick dunk. Kick forward. 30 out. Cooper Jones again with an intercept mark. He's been one of Strathfieldsaye's best today. Short kick. Finds Dole. He's been good this quarter. Dole out to the far side. Hunter Lawrence. Back from a couple of seasons up at Nullawal. Looks to come back inside. Dole again. Sandhurst with good pressure there by Robinson. Stops the play on. Dole though along the ground to Jones. Jones over the top to the 100th gamer, Liam Frankie. Strathfieldsaye have had 7 touches and they're still unable to leave their D50. Len Frankie goes long across goal. Able to find Berens this time. 8 touches now and they've conceded, or they've gone all of 20 metres from Sandhurst goal. They look to go inside. The kick hits the deck. Maxted up off the ground. Cooper Smith onto it. Dances around his opponent in Lockie Ratcliffe. Goes long and kicks a goal. Too much mucking around there by Strathfieldsaye. Sandhurst pounce. 8-8-56. As I get a bit of a smile there from Tyson McKenzie. Score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builders. Fresh footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Good pressure there from Sandhurst to just secure Strathfieldsaye in that defensive 50 there. Knew that Strathfieldsaye were going to take that risky kick eventually, and that's what happened. And it didn't pay off for him very well.
21 points of margin, Johnny.
Yeah, in danger of blowing out here, Mick. You just got that little bit of a feel about it. Just looking composed here, the Dragons. Back into the middle. They need an answer. They need a reply here, the Storm. They need it quickly. It's only the third term, but you just sense it might get away from them. Up they go in the ruck. Smets are doing the ruck work. Probably won it for the Dragons. Ureta goes in hard at ground level for the Dragons. Ground level, working hard for the Storm. Doing well was Clossy at ground level. We'll have another restart. Ball up. Up they'll go in the ruck. Simpson doing the ruck work for the Storm this afternoon. Taps it to Wilson. Wilson of the Storm puts it to half forward. We've got a whistle on play. Might be a Dragons free kick across half back. It is. Jack Keating, the man with the footy.
He's played well down back today for Sandhurst as Jack Keating. He goes sideways.
Keep dragging him out. Keep dragging him
to
out.
his teammate. He plays on quickly. Was going long. Decides to pull his kick. Finds Wilkinson. Smart kick there by Butler. They look to go inside. Keating again. Getting his hands on the ball plenty. Sandhurst have got numbers out everywhere here. Keating looks to go long to the point of 50. Austin over the top, unable to take the grab. Ratcliffe tries to tap it on. Maxted picks the ball up. Hunter Lawrence picks the ball up, runs straight out of bounds. He's probably lucky not to get pinned there. Umpire says, let's throw it in.
I don't think I've seen a deliberate paid at all this season, so I don't even know if it's a rule in Bendigo footy.
Yeah, it is a rule. It is a rule. They don't pay it often. Thanks to Father Jackson Saunders, one of our very own at Fresh FM. He's having the afternoon off, but half-time Inglewood 7-8-50 to Newbridge 1-5-11. And also Bridgewater 19-10. Calaval yet to score.
How many's Lockie Sharp kicked?
I didn't get an update for that as the ball is on outer side. Sandhurst win it through Howard. Comes aggressive across half-back. hits right. A little give by hand by Urate. It was a bit severe. Right sockets it off the ground in the direction of Keating. Keating collects, shows composure. Give it by hand. There to right. They're moving it nicely. Edwards was on the end of it. Goes inside forward 50. Poor kick. Now at 50. Socket hurriedly off the ground there by the Storm. They're under pressure. You can just sense it. Ground level now. Umpire lets it go. It will be a stoppage. Ball up. And as I said in the call, you just sense Storm. I don't know if it's panic, but they're just a little bit off colour.
Yeah, they just feel a little bit off. Panic's probably not the correct word, but yeah, they just feel a little bit off at the moment.
Fergus Green out of the ruck, unable to find a teammate. Mackenzie gets dispossessed. Stagg off the ground to Mays. A quick kick forward. It's floating. It's floating. What does the umpire say? He says, goal. 9-8. 62. Strathfieldsaye 5-5-35. Our score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builder. Fresh footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Just all Sandhurst at the moment. Yes, they've got the wind going with them, but it just feels more than that. And they haven't moved the ball the way that they normally like, to that slow build-up patient. Strathfieldsaye have been forcing them long down the line, but yet again, it's been working for them, just getting the quick moving going, and Strathfieldsaye looking tatters at the moment.
Have they got a response? You just sense they haven't. We've been waiting for it to come. It's 62 playing 35. Sandhurst dominating here at Tannery Lane, the home ground of the Storm, on their own dunghill. Let's see if they can respond to here. Smets are doing the rope work for Sandhurst. Here's the chance there. Jackson Lay wins it for the Storm. Inside forward 50. Lester was the target. There's a whistle and a hold. Lester will get a free kick. No, in fact, he does it. Yes, he does. Asking for a 50 and won't get it. 45-degree angle and needs a steadier.
Fun fact, Steve. The last time Ben Lester kicked a goal was April 2025, and he's kicked 4 goals in his 200 games since 2018.
Ben Lester in his 200th game needs to give some spark for the Strathfieldsaye Storm. It's a goal, and he pumps the air and just shows a glimmer. The Storm now go to 6-5-41. Sandhurst 9-8-62. Score sponsor Bendigo Bearings. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Well, absolutely bring the house down with that one. I reckon every single Strathfieldsaye player managed to get to him. What was it, 5th career goal there for him now?
Since 2018, yes.
Yes, and in a milestone game, you don't get much bigger than that when your team really needs it like that.
Normally buried deep at half-back is Benny Lester. You saw the crowd get up and about too. Is that what sparks Strathfieldsaye? We'll wait and see. Simpson out of the ruck, down to Jackson Lay. Handball back, Riley Mulquinny. They get the centre clearance. Forward, inside forward 50. Zach Charles unable to get the ball. At the fall of the ball, though, was Jack Bell. He tackles his Sandhurst opponent and will have a ball up right on the paint of the 50. 21 points of margin. Is this Ben Lester goal the thing that gets Strathfieldsaye up and about? Urata takes the ball out of the ruck. Immediately beset upon by Jackson Leahy. We'll have another ball up. Sexton knocks the ball straight down to Connick. Connick, quick kick forward. Attacking the ball was Charles. Len Frankie at the back of the pack. Quick kick. It's a scrappy ball at the moment. Riley Wilson unable to pick up the ball off the ground. Cooper Jones now gets the ball for Sandhurst. He goes wide. Connick now down the line. Len Frankie with the punch over the top, heading deep towards the boundary line. And we'll have a throw in 60 metres out from the Sandhurst goal.
Wilson!
So,
Wilson!
across half forward, you can hear Fergus Green barking instructions out to his troops. He's on at ground level for Sandhurst. It's going to be a ball in. Up they go in the ruck. Sexton wins it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson of Sandhurst went around the body, didn't quite look, and then coughed it up. Behrens just kicks it, and he coughs it up as well, and it's ground level. And we'll have a ball up. A little bit of sloppy play all round, Steve.
I reckon that's the 2nd or 3rd time this quarter Strathfieldsaye have looked to bring it in the middle on the edge of defensive 50, and it's not worked out for him any time.
Sexton of the Dragons wins it at ground level, but Mulquinny grabbed it for the Storm, and he gets collared across half forward. Sandhurst in attack. Storm 41 trail. Sandhurst 62, 17 gone. third term.
Sexton down out of the pack, knocks it into the hands of Wilkinson. He wins a free kick, high tackle. He plays on immediately, unable to find Mays. Lanfranchi comes off his opponent. Well done, that man, into the path of McKenzie. Quick kick forward, no good. He looks to go with it one hand, didn't beeline the ball. Wilson Butler did, however. Ben Lester chases him down. Umpire says he didn't have time to get rid of it. We'll have a ball up.
Don't like it when they go one-handed like that.
No, beeline the ball. Butler's favouring that shoulder again. Hopefully he's all right. He runs back to his opponent. Sexton now out of the ruck, straight to Stagg. Stagg smothered by McKenzie. Cooper Smith up off the ground to Wilkinson. Wilkinson in the hands of Austin. Austin gets dispossessed. Umpire says holding the ball. It'll be a free kick to Jack Bell.
Bell, left half back for the Storm. He comes wide, fans it. His target, Simpson, wasn't really watching and then had to collect the footy. Gave it by hand to Wilson. Wilson short pass forward, affected Jackson Lay. His kick is smothered. Fergus Green doing well. Wins at ground level. Handball give Wilkinson. Handball forward to Stagg. Stagg's got enough time. Kicks it looking for Maxted. A bit severe for him. Then he collects the footy. Probably lost his feet a little bit too easy. Went to ground. I sense he thought there were two players on his hammer there and then lost the footy and will have a stoppage ball up.
You just feel this has picked up a bit here at Tannery Lane. First versus second, ball up 40 metres out from Sandhurst goal. Maxted out of the ruck. He was holding on to Simpson, however. You hear the Bronx cheers from the crowd. Strathfieldsaye free kick. So Simpson, the ruckman. You never trust a ruckman to switch kick, hence why he goes long down the line.
Or kick goals.
Or kick goals. Behrens unable to take the ball. He's tackled immediately by Green.
What do they do then, Mick, if they don't do that? Just tap it.
They look big.
Yeah.
Did that make sense, Steve?
It did.
Ball up. Sexton going up against no one. Taps it to Darcy Mulquinny. He's tackled immediately, unable to get a kick out. Umpire says play on. Nick Stagg kicks the ball into forward 50. It's a scrappy ball. It's picked up immediately by Tyson McKenzie. He's tackled by Nick Stagg. It has definitely gone up a notch or two here, Steve.
Oh, it definitely has. Since that Ben Lester goal, Strathfieldsaye sense they've got a chance to get back in and the intensity's been taken right up to 11.
Umpire Carter throws the ball in the air. Spills to ground level. Mulquinny puts it over. There's two Mulquinnies out there. This is Darcy. And we'll have another ball in. Right in front of the big crowd here at Storm at Tannery Lane. In front of the club rooms. Be pleased with the crowd. Big in attendance. Umpire will throw it in. They need to get a wriggle on here, the Storm, if they're going to win it. It's only approaching three-quarter time, but you just sense they're under the pump. Ball spills, ground level. It's won by the Storm. An up and under kick. Up the chimney it goes and goes out of bounds on the full. Oob. Right near us between the coach's box. And it'll be a free kick. Goes to Butler of the Dragons. Butler goes in aboard. Short pass forward. It's okay, finds Hay. Hay of the Dragons in possession of the footy. He's looking inboard. He'll switch it. They'll go the reverse horseshoe. He'll go backwards in order to go forward. Hits up his teammate in free. Free now, switch it to the other side of the wing. Good defensive punch. In the air went McClure. Then the ball spills. Dragons win it. Connick on the end of a handball. Spreads it wide. His target is Lockhart. Ineffective. Kick goes out of bound on the outer side wing. We'll have a ball up. 62. Playing 41. 22 minutes gone. Sandhurst are leading. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full.
Out of bounds on the full. Strathfieldsaye move the ball quickly. Zach Charles looking to lace out James Shishka inside forward 50 and finds him. Shishka immediately looks centrally and finds Behrens. Behrens now with a chance, 40 metres out, the wind in his face, but this is to bring Strathfieldsaye back to within 15 points, Steve.
Good clean hands there from Shishka, and then the unselfish thing, as he said he would do pre-game, he just finds his teammate in the middle, much better position to kick from.
Pressure kick this. Still the third quarter, but it is the premiership quarter. This is to bring it back underneath 3 kicks. Going deep into the third quarter. Behrens now, deliberate. Kicks long. What does the umpire say? It's a goal! I don't think anyone knew what was going on there, but Strathfieldsaye now 7-5-47 are behind Sandhurst 9-8-62. Our score sponsor, Bendigo Bearings. Fresh footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
So it was a point after all that, was it?
Oh, they've called it a goal.
Yeah, all right. Let's regroup. What do you got for us, Mick?
Not much. What do you got for us, Steve?
Well, that was just good ball movement. As I've said, Strathfieldsaye been looking to move it quick, and when they have moved it quick, it's worked wonders for them today, it seems, when it's actually worked.
Simpson and Sexton now out of the ruck. Cooper Smith now with the ball. Shrugs the tackle, gets the ball forward into the hands of Hay. Umpire says holding the ball. Good tackle there by Riley Wilson. It'll be free kick, Strathfieldsaye.
Wilson now on half-back. He'll go into the middle. It's effective quick kick to Mulquinny. Mulquinny now turns and goes. He's got a player on, spots him up. It's Behrens, runs on, short pass, Shiskers with a target, too severe for him. Then he runs back onto the footy. Can he collect it? He can't ground level. They're mopping it up here, the Dragons. Stagg down the wing. Uraita's the target. Turnover, ineffective kick. It's now the Storm through McKenzie. Gets collared. In fact, umpire said play on. Oh, I don't mind it, the umpire letting it go. Eventually says give it to me, I'll ball it up.
Tyson McKenzie just trying to take the game on there, and it's what Strathfieldsaye need. Down 15 points. He is that X factor that could, do something special to get him right on top. But here we are. Sexton looks to take the ball out of the ruck. No luck. Simpson up off the deck. Dispossessed. Austin with a quick kick forward. It's up the chimney. Zach Charles over the top. No good. 2-on-1 for Sandhurst here. Robinson, quick kick forward. It's a 1-on-1. Lock. You've thrown it, son. Free kick. Strathfieldsaye.
So, they'll move it on here, the Storm. Man with a footy is Bell. Short pass to the outer side. Might be Lester with the footy, it is, and he's 200. Hard up against the boundary line. Leicester now will send it long down the line, hugs the boundary line. They'll set themselves. Ball spills off the top of the pack. Tracking it towards the boundary line was McClure for the Storm. Couldn't get it. And underneath the scoreboard we'll have a ball in. That scoreboard reading 25 minutes gone. Storm 47, Sandhurst 62. So the Dragons will go into three-quarter time with a handy lead. It's not over yet. Umpire will ball it in. Up they'll go in the ruck. Simpson doing the ruck work for the Storm. Ground level. Gives it to Clossy. Clossy of the Storm. Shallow inside forward 50. Barron's got his hands on the footy and couldn't grab it. Thrown out there by Blandford. Umpire let it go. Ball now spills. Running through there will be Leicester. Handball. Gives it off to a teammate in Chambers for the Storm, who goes goalward minus score. 48 playing 62. 26 minutes gone.
Feels all Strathfieldsaye at the moment. They've really brought the intensity back into this game. Just probably trying to get another quick one before three-quarter time.
This is gearing up for a big finish here at Tannery Lane. We love to see it. Fresh footy, the place want to be. It's fresh live. Kick out by Free into the hands of Darcy Mills. The experienced Darcy Mills says, let's settle it down with the hand movements. Back into the pocket. It's Ireland. Ireland looks to go further deep. Fergus Green. 25 around from Strathfieldsaye's goal. They're just looking to take the sting out of this game. They do it well to Sandhurst. Fergus Green now back across goal. Liam Ireland. Strathfieldsaye have done well to press up. Ireland goes back to Green. Strathfieldsaye making it look like they want him to go long and direct down the line. That's exactly what Green does. To a genuine 50-50 up over the top. McClure, no good, falls to the back. Nick Stagg taps it into the hands of Uraita. He runs onto the ball, does a U-turn, assesses his option, goes long inside 50. Hunter Lawrence working his way back. Fantastic intercept mark there by Hunter Lawrence.
Lawrence, good calming influence down back. He looks downfield. Scoreboard side. Long ball, hugging the boundary line again. Uraita front of the pack for the Dragons, defends well and punches it over the boundary line, and we'll have a ball in.
Intense game at the moment, and you can certainly sense it. It certainly feels like a final in August, sorry.
Well, yeah, we're in August. We're almost in the finals, but ringing the changes, both clubs in front of us with the benches. Not sure if they've got an interchange cap at this level of footy. Smetzer doing the ruck work, keeps his feet, taps it down the throat of a teammate who can't get out. And we'll have another ball up on the outer side. Approaching three-quarter time here. Grabbing it out of the air, the big ruckman in Simpson of the Storm. He's done pretty well this afternoon, but Cooper Smith wins it at ground level for the Dragons. Uraita trying to get involved and just paddles it forward and can't win it. Mulquinny overruns the footy for the Storm, then loses it. Contested footy, ground level, too high. Wilson might have got one high for the Storm and does, and will get a free kick.
Wilson with his head over the ball wins the free kick. Umpire says play on. That was quick. Into the hands of McClure. McClure looks to go across goal. Behrens up over the top. No, Fergus Green deep in defence takes a fantastic intercept mark. The steadying influence for Sandhurst. Looks to go wide. Finds his teammate out there in Smith. Smith over the top. They're really slowing this down now, Steve.
Oh, certainly. Sandhurst probably want that three-quarter time siren as soon as possible.
Hay goes back again to Free. Free finds his target. That's Maxted. Maxted just telling everyone to go across to the far side. He wants to go long. Fools everyone. Goes back inside to Connick. He's told to play on. He's had to handball it immediately. Maxted able to dodge his opponent. And at three-quarter time, we're in for a big one. The Storm, 7-6-48 at home. They're up against it. 14 points down to Sandhurst, 9-8-62. And do we have a cracker of a last quarter coming up, Johnny Hunter?
So down at the Graveyard, Gisborne, they lead Broadford 26-12, 168 to Broadford 139. Castlemaine, Trail Eagle Hawk down at Camp Reserve, 88-56 to 99-63. And South Bendigo lead Golden Square 10-13-73 to Golden Square 5-9-39. And here at Tannery Lane, Sandhurst lead 9-8-62 to 7-6-48. It's three-quarter time. If you're home in the man cave and you're listening, just buckle yourself in because we've got a grandstand finish. Can the Storm come home in this final term? Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
You know what's better than a Big Four bank?
A bank that's bigger for me. Bigger for making my money work harder.
And helping my business make it.
Bigger for helping us to buy a home.
Bigger for the community I care about.
My bank is bigger for what matters most.
As one of Australia's most trusted banks, millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Suppliers. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed colour bond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the Local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts, and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats. Like just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. Oh, I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the Local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community. How do we get your name out there? We can provide banner and native advertising in our news feeds and socials, reaching thousands of people every week. We can run video ads before every game replay that gets watched by thousands of people each week. We can run promotional videos like this one about your business during quarter time breaks for all of our live stream games. Contact us now to find out how you can book a trial.
2001 has won it, finishing 4th or 5th this year. The last quarter at Tannery Lane, coming right up with Johnny Hunter.
Umpire holds the ball aloft. He'll throw it up. Up they'll go. Winning the footy there was Simpson. Tapped it well. The Storm will go forward. Ball spills. Mulquinny tries to make a path. Hurried handball. Goes nowhere. Island, he hit a pack hard for the Dragons. Causes this, stoppage eventually as he gets dragged to ground, and we'll have a ball up. Inside forward 50. The Storm, they trail 48-62.
Ball up. Leicester. Down to Clossy. Clossy. Quick kick out of the pack. Misses across the face of goal. A chance goes begging. 7-7, 49, 13 points to the poorer of Sandhurst, 9-8, 40 seconds gone in this last quarter.
That's the sort of play you want there when you've got a contest and Clossy just running through like that. That's exactly what you need.
Harrison free from fullback, plays on, finds Keating for Sandhurst, marks it deep in the pocket. Keating gets upended after he kicked the footy. Might be downfield or might go to Smetzer. The umpire's taking the mark, he is, and Smetzer doesn't. Does he know he's got the kick? I don't think he does, but they're just wanting to retrieve the footy. 49 playing 62. Sandhurst lead, a minute and a half gone in this final term.
Smetzer now aware that he needs to take the kick. True centre wing. He plays on, doesn't want to kick it, gets it back into the hands of Keating. Keating is immediately tackled. He has absolutely hospitalised his teammate there. Holding the ball, says the umpire. It looks like a Strathfieldsaye player's caught one in that tackling contest. Paddy Blanford, however, comes up with the ball. It's Hunter Lawrence. He makes his way to his feet. Paddy Blanford down the line. Finds his target, Jackson Leahy. He's been very good today too. He spins. He blows past his defender in Connick. Goes long inside forward 50. And Behrens has been exciting since being moved forward in that third quarter. Perhaps we'll have another shot on goal. You backing him in here, Steve?
It'll be a tough shot. I'm going to go slightly against him, but would be amazing if he could kick it.
Behrens had a couple of shots on goal in that third quarter. Kick one. Perhaps should have had two. This is to bring the margin back to within 7 points. Behrens now 40 metres out, up against the boundary, runs around, kicks it high. It's to the point of the square. Genuine contest. Punch there by Sandhurst. Clossy at the fall of the ball again. Mulquinny, Darcy, tackled out of bounds. Umpire says, let's throw it in. 20 metres around from the Strathfieldsaye goal. They're down by 13, 2.5 gone.
Three-quarter time, BFNL, Malden 3-6-24. Trail Trentham 11-11-77. The voice of the BFNL, Norm Jenkin, providing updates from that competition this afternoon. Winning the ruck work there was Simpson. Puts it in the path of Mackenzie, keeps it in, handballs it inboard. Sandhurst will win it to Edwards. Did well to a teammate. They kick it to the opposition, causes a turn over to Chambers. Chambers now on right half forward for the Storm, kicking to the club rooms end. Darkening skies, cool conditions, hits it to the top spot. They set themselves, hands on footy. Shishka had a lot of it, just couldn't drag it in. And the Dragons defenders dive in over top of the footy and at the top of the square in the hot spot for Storm will have a ball up. Umpire Carter doesn't muck around, throws it up in the air. Leicester doing the ruck work. We're all tied up again. Emerging with it might have been Charles. Tries to go over the top of the head. Too fancy, too cute. Ball spills well wide. Winning at ground level. Dragons through Morris. Morris will go beyond 50. They've got numbers. A little bit nervous there. Maxted coughs it up. Turnover. Mackenzie goes goalwards, but home, saving it in the goalkeeper position, if there is such a one in AFL, is Island for the Dragons.
He goes wide, just looking to settle the ball down here. Sandhurst do this well. Shocking kick, however, goes straight onto the deck. Well picked up there by Smith. Smith now long down the line, 50-50 ball. Urader uses his body well, takes a grab. Sandhurst needed that just to get out of trouble here. Urader now, handball off. Cooper Smith running on well off half back. Finds Smetzer, good lead up target there by Smetzer. Sandhurst have one free on this near side to us. It's Edwards. They find him. Edwards now to Austin. Austin takes the grab in front of Cooper Jones. There's about 45 out from goal, 45-degree angle. The wind in his face. What are you thinking, Steve Navord?
It's going to be a tough shot. Probably wouldn't back him in, but if Sandhurst can kick this, this will go a long way for the game, it feels.
The Storm have had the run so far this quarter, all bar a couple of minutes the ball has been in there forward 50. We're 5 minutes in now. Sandhurst up by 13. This will go a long way to sealing the game for Sandhurst. The left footer goes long. It's across the face of goal. Umpire says free kick. And it's a free kick to the Storm. Free kick will go to the impressive McClure today.
Yeah, three-quarter time, Loddon Valley, Inglewood 11-12-78, Newbridge 3-6-24, thanks to Father Jackson Saunders. Also in the MCD Harcourt 21-16-142, Leader Voca 3-1-19. Here at Tannery Lane, the Storm trail 7-7-49 to 9-8-62. The Dragons, they lead in this last term. It's in the forward pocket now for the Dragons, winning at their ground level. Wilkinson goes into the corridor. Defensive punch. Storm did well. Running on and collecting was Chambers. Handball forward. Causes a turnover. Ineffective. Dragons. Lockhart wins it. Into the forward pocket. Fergus Green was the target. Back of the pack. Storm. Jones mops up. Goes over the top, support through Mulquinny. They're mucking around a little bit, a bit nervous, and eventually Blandford, he wins the ball. He goes into the middle. McKenzie, handball forward. His teammate there wasn't looking in Wilson, but he wins it. Lanfranchi, he's got time and space, runs to 50, handball over the top. It's a nervous one to Shishka. Shishka over the top, over-possessing. They're going to lose it. Darcy Mill wins it for the Drags, and it'll spread it wide.
Handy turnover there for Sandhurst. Strathfieldsaye just messing around with it too much. Smetzer on the far side. He looks to go long down the line. Not a good kick, however. Cooper Jones with another intercept mark. He plays on quickly. Lockie Ratcliffe, the captain, goes long down the line. He's got McKenzie. He's started to find a little bit in this last quarter. He turns, he goes, he laces out his teammate in Charles. Charles quickly moves on. There's a one-on-one here. Shishka doesn't go to his advantage, however. Howard, with his body positioning, just looks to take the ball out of bounds very casually. Umpire says, let's ball it in. There's been a few of them today, Steve.
Oh, there certainly has been, but I think it just speaks to the pressure of the game that the teams are quite happy to take it out instead of just dump kick down the line.
Umpire will throw it in. Looking and searching for another goal, the Storm. In front of the big crowd gathered here in front of the club rooms out at Tannery Lane. Umpire will throw it in. Lester in the ruck work. Wright wins it for the Storm. Taps it to a teammate for the Sandhurst. Beyond 50, Lanfranchi is collared for the Storm. And Morris for the Dragons does very well on his defensive 50. Spreads it wide. It was a lazy kick to Smith. Smith has got time for the Dragons. Handball to Stagg. Stagg back to Smith. The Dragons move it through Connick. Connick an up and under hurried kick. There's no one there. Oh, they look to raffle it then, the Storm, and neither of them marked it. And a free kick, luckily, will go the way of the Storm and calm things down through Darcy Mulquinny. And we mentioned it, they're just a little bit nervous. I don't know what it is, Mick.
Yeah, we can see Bryce Curnow just telling his troops just to settle it down a little bit. Long kick down the line, no good. Connick, intercept, disposal. Handballs it to his teammate in free. He gets dispossessed, holding the ball. Jackson Leahy now looks to go long on his left leg. He will. There's a 2-on-1 here. Shishka versus a heap of Sandhurst players. The ball rolls over the back. Fergus Green sees it out. 7-8-50. Sandhurst 9-8-62. It's two straight kicks in it. Score sponsor Bendigo City Framers. The place you want to be. It's Fresh Live.
How much like a final does this game feel like at the moment? You can certainly just sense it through the effects mic, I feel.
Free, kicks it short, finds Howard for the Dragons. Howard laterally towards the boundary line into the pocket, finds Matty Wilkinson. We haven't factored in a draw. Is it too early to go that way?
Well,
let's see what happens. Wilkinson down the line. Smetzer over the top, takes a screamer. Smetzer looks inboard. Then he decides to go long. Doesn't muck around. Maxted is the target. Front position. Ball goes to the back of the pack. Hunter Lawrence wins it. Nervous handball over the top. Connick at ground level has run on. Couldn't win it. Hunter Lawrence battles for the Storm. 49 from goal for the Dragons. We will have a ball up. 12-point margin. 9.5 gone. Final term. We've got the close one here at Tannery Lane.
Lockie Ratcliffe has just come from the ground, clutching at his wrist, looking quite sore.
Clossy again with another clearance. Handballs back to Mulquinny. Mulquinny now quick kick out of congestion. It goes out of bounds on the full, so it'll be Sandhurst free kick, 60 out from goal. Connick will take it. He laces out Keating. He's still 60 out, but a much better angle here. Too far out to score. Will he hit the hot spot? Umpire says play on. He looks to go 30 out. Plenty of numbers here for Sandhurst. Plenty of numbers here for Strathfieldsaye as well. Darcy Mills gets the crumbs. No good. Cooper Jones with another intercept disposal. Handball up. Darcy Mulquinny. He gets chased down. Ball in dispute now. Great work there by Sandhurst. Just stopping that clearance kick, and we'll have a ball up. 25 out from the Sandhurst goal. Great defensive work there by Sandhurst.
Oh, it certainly has been, and I think that's been the tale of the whole game from both teams.
Umpire will throw it up ground level. It's shoveled out in the direction of Robinson of the Dragons. He can't collect it. Storm frantic in their defence. Mulquinny with a fresh air attempted kick for the Storm, and eventually another stoppage. 3-quarter time out at Bridgewater. Bridgewater lead Calverville 28-15 to 1 goal straight. Lockie Sharp with a lazy 11 today. He's been a bit quiet compared to last week. He's kicked 36 in 2 weeks. I'll have you know. I probably didn't kick that in my whole career. At ground level. Now, hurried kick out of the pack came goalward from Charlie Robinson for the Dragons. It is a minor score, which takes it to a 13-point margin. Dragons lead could be a handy point.
It's not often you can say that someone's kicked 11 goals and it's 14 less than what they kicked last week. But Cooper Jones from fullback, it's 13 points a margin. Lowers the eyes. Finds Mulquinny in the pocket. It's Darcy Mulquinny. There's no switch on, so he'll go back to Cooper Jones. He's had plenty of the ball down there today. Just slow play here from Strathfieldsaye. There's no movement to go with the switch, so he's going to have to go long down the line. It's a bit up and under here. Genuine contested footy. Jackson Leahy ends up with the ball. Quick hands up out of the contest to Bell. Bell over the top to the impressive McClure. McClure lowers the eyes, comes back inside to Shishka. Shishka over the top, finds Chambers. And Chambers will have a set shot, 35 out from goal, directly in front to bring this back to within 7 points.
This feels like a huge kick, and that was just smart from Shishka. Faced up straight away and found Chambers in a bunch of space there. Easy grab for him. Perfect kick by Shishka. Converting this set shot's going to be crucial.
These can be season-defining kicks. You don't want to put too much pressure on anyone in particular, but they're 13 points down.
And it's number 13 with the ball.
They come back and win this. They'll finish on top. He walks across the 50. I like his kicking style. I'm going to back him in. 40 out now. Head over the ball. Kicks through it and misses. The commentator's curse. 7-9-51 plays 9-9-63. I shouldn't have said anything. Don Smallgood is Don is good. Bendigo footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live.
The draw comes back into contention. It's going to happen. I'm going to call it already.
You've gone early.
Well, I actually reckon Sandhurst are playing too well to lose this. Something has to go horribly wrong. As Fer Green will kick it in from fullback, plays on, brings it down broadcast side, puts his teammate under pressure in Howard, made him work. Howard ground level, keeps his feet. Then he got upended by Chambers of the Storm. Urata backs up, gives it off to a teammate, which is effective. Spills out to Edwards, and eventually goes over the boundary line. In fact, it's a free kick. Didn't say what it was for.
He was just dumped in the tackle after he got rid of it.
Wilson Butler was a man that worked well for the Dragons off the footy. Edwards, short pass forward. Finds Austin. Austin, 5 metres in from the boundary line. On the wing, on the left. Austin will go long. Up they'll go in the ruck. Ball is ping-ponging around. Sexton tries to kick it out of the air. Smith backs up, gives it by hand to Stagg. Goes up and down the chimney. Only goes about a half a metre forward. Ends up with Smith. Cooper Smith of the Dragons go goalward. Len Frankie collects it there for the Storm. Under pressure does well. The old 1-2. They're mucking around a little bit here, the Storm. They need to be careful. Ball spills to half forward for the Dragons. Umpire letting it go. Now they're away, the Storm, through Jackson Leigh.
Behrens now looks to go long inside forward 50, and there is only Liam Island. Is this going to bounce out? It will. What does the umpire say? Oh, he says ball in. There is not a Strathfieldsaye player within 60 metres of where that's gone out. So that's when you know they're not going to get one of them paid today. So we're going to have a ball in, 12 points to the poorest Strathfieldsaye. 45 metres out from the Strathfieldsaye goal as numbers flood back into Strathfieldsaye's forward 50. The umpire's about to ball it in. Simpson in the ruck with Sexton. Sexton knocks it down. Ureta unable to get his hands on the ball. Matty Wilkinson, quick kick out. Ureta, second chance, good. Disposal, not so good. Cooper Jones, intercept mark.
Aggressive, short pass, went about 2 metres. Umpire said play on. Dole goes around in a circle. Oh, it's a lazy handball. Put his teammates under pressure. A hole will go the way of Sandhurst. So they'll look to build through Lockhart. Spreads it wide, Keating receives. Keating now looking inboard, looking to build. Jack Keating goes backwards 30 in order to go forward. Finds Fur Green, the reverse horseshoe. It started in the forward pocket and they're going backward. Free, in one way, out the other to Ireland. Ireland will spread it wide. Marking it will be Howard. Howard now comes inboard, Sexton. They're working it methodically here, the Dragons. Sexton, he'll turn and go. Shallow inside forward 50. Smetzer underneath the footy was strong. Takes a mark and will turn around and he'll have a good look at goal. Smetzer looking to increase the lead.
This could be the nail in the coffin, Johnny.
It could be at the 16-minute mark of the final term. Rain is really threatening. I just reckon I felt a few drops, unless that was your spit coming over the top there, Mick, but really difficult conditions now.
I think you're safe.
Smetzer taking a long time will really make it hard for the Storm. It's long, it's high, it will not be a goal, it won't be a point. It's a mark, in fact. Is it going to be paid? No, he hits the point post.
On the full.
On the full. Free kick, penalty, goes to the Storm.
Probably pretty lucky there, the Storm. Hunter Lawrence now with the free kick. 17 minutes gone, still 12 points of margin. Lawrence now plays on. As rain does start to fall, you're right, Johnny. Ball goes over the back, it's starting to get a little bit greasy out there. Skips out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. 75 metres around from the Sandhurst goal. They're still in front. 9-9 to 7-9. As you can hear the rain through the effects mic start to come down. Simpson and Sexton in the ruck. Sexton knocks it forward into the path of Ureta. He's been very good today. Equally as good has been Mulquinny. Mulquinny looks to get the quick handball up. Nick Stagg intercepts it. Robinson now looks to go long and forward to no one in particular. That ball will bounce and go out of bounds directly in front, or beside rather, the point post. 7-9-51 of the Stormers. Sandhurst 9-9-63. 18 minutes gone in this last quarter.
Just feels like the intensity of the game has just dropped a slight bit. Feels like next goal is critical for Sandhurst.
Up they go in the ruck, comes to the ground. Jackson Lay wins it. He tries to kick it, smothered, but spills to a teammate. Then they're away. It's Hunter Lawrence. Lawrence will go up to the wing. Shishka playing up the ground. Will collect the footy with one hand. He's tackled well by Butler of the Dragons, and they go to ground level. And we'll have a ball in. Both clubs still ringing the changes on the interchange bench. 12-point margin. We're approaching full time. In fact, we're approaching red time here. Sexton wins it to the back door to Stagg. Stagg by hand gives it to Wilkinson. Wilkinson a kick to half forward. Austin wins at ground level. He was strong through the hips. Running through, trying to collect it was Lockhart for the Dragons. Can't. And 55 from goal. Dragons in attack will have a ball up.
Really hot footy here, Steve.
Oh, certainly is. It just feels like next goal could go any team's way. It's been sitting in Sandhurst for half for the last few minutes, though.
We haven't had a goal this quarter, which means the quarter's not going to be a long one. Strathfieldsaye jump over the top of it. Jackson Lay here gets the ball. He's tackled immediately by two Sandhurst players. We'll have a ball up. Not often you see in the Bendigo Footy League no goals 20 minutes into the quarter, Steve.
Oh, certainly not, but that talks to the effort of both defensive pressures from both teams.
Maxted and Simpson. Maxted knocks it down into the path of Austin. LaFranchi. What does the umpire say? He says it's a holding free kick. It'll go the way of Darcy Mulquinny. He's been good today. Kicks it over to his brother in Riley. He's unable to get it. Connick, really good defensive pressure, ends up with the ball to Morris. Morris over the top to Lockhart. Lockhart looks inside for Maxted. Ripper grab there by Maxted. And he'll look to take his full allotment of 30 seconds here. 20 minutes in, no goals. Even if he scores here, it's 13 points the margin, Steve, which means Strath need to kick 3 goals effectively to win.
Yeah, and when there's been barely any goals kicked in the quarter, well, none in this case, you just look to take the 30, make sure you're really certain about if you're going for goal, chew that time up off the clock. It's an extra 30 you can take away from the game.
Maxted now. He'll kick this from right on the paint of 50. Big shoe he has. He's kicked it long. He's kicked it well. Cooper Jones over the back. He punches it through for a point. It's going to be a handy point. 9-10-64 plays 7-9-51. Our score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builder. Bendigo Footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh life.
You tipped this, Mick. You thought that Sandhurst might win this game, and it's looking that way. They'd have to be pretty stiff to lose it from here. They've led most of the last couple of quarters. Can't really remember when they were in front last, to be honest. As Frankie wins it out of side wing. Plays on the left. Down the line. His target is Darcy Mulquinny, who takes a mark. Mulquinny inboard, poor kick. Intercept now. It's by Lockhart. They'll slow it down. They'll just eat the clock away here. Connick will go backwards in his defensive arc. They're going the reverse horseshoe through Ireland. Back to Fergus Green. Then they revert back the other way to Ireland. Ireland still looking to come out the other side. Deep in the back pocket. Now he decides against it and he'll dump it beyond 50 long. Up they'll go. Wilkinson was the target. Over the top comes one of the Storm players defensively. Might have been Charles. And, well, a bit of a lulling play because you just sense that the Dragons have got this one almost in the bag. Mick Delaney.
They've done a good job of just slowing down the players. Tyson McKenzie breaks away from stoppage. Long down the line. Fergus Green unable to take the grab. Zach Charles winds up with the ball. Looks to hit up the hot spot. It's gone straight up and down. Umpire says play on. 4 Sandhurst players jump to spoil that out of play. Just to get a reset in play. 7-9-51, 9-10-64. 22 minutes gone. The ball in will be 40 metres around from the Strathfieldsaye goal. Sandhurst with plenty of numbers inside forward 50 here. Ball in, Sexton and Simpson's been a good matchup all day. Sexton down the ground to Strathfieldsaye player. Paddy Blanford. He kicks. Long goal. The first goal of the quarter. Is this what kick-starts the comeback? The score now, 8-9-57 to 10-9-69. That point may be handy, Steve. Our score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builders. Bendigo Footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh.
Certainly might be a handy point, but it just feels like now you'd be all panic if you're Sandhurst. You're probably looking to shut the game down. Strathfieldsaye are going in for the kill, and Sandhurst, just going to try sit back through that time off the clock. So could those chances early from the first quarter come back to bite them now?
Eagle Hawks 63, lead Castlemaine 56 down at Camp Reserve. So a competitive Magpies. You'd almost take that if you're a Magpie supporter. The way Eagle Hawk are playing as well. But back here in the middle, up they'll go in the ruck. Sexton against Lester of the Storm. Spills there to Jackson Lay for the Storm. Puts it in the path of a teammate who can't collect. Stagg was strong in the tackling. In fact, it's holding the footy at ground level. So a free kick to the Dragons. Mulquinny didn't try to get rid of it, according to the umpire. Out of side win. Stagg spreads it wide, finds Cooper Smith, the skipper for the Dragons. On the wing. Smith now. He kicks it long. Up they'll go in the contest. Ground level, Austin. He wins it for the Dragons. Just goes one way, then the other. Puts it up into the air. But defensive mark by Jai Chambers of the Storm. They'll play on quickly from the back zone. Mark to Hunter Lawrence. Hunter Lawrence, he'll spread it wide. Now they'll work it off half back the Storm. Runs a long way into half forward. Storm in attack. The kick in, it came there from Bell. Now contest at ground level near the boundary line. They're screaming, both opposition and the Storm players, but we've got a ball in. good contest, ground level.
It's a ripper contest, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is. And Strathfieldsaye just looking to turn that intensity back up to the game, trying to go for the win.
Leicester, Sexton knocks it down. Jackson Leahy unable to get the ball. Hay now, quick kick down the line. Maxted versus Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe does well. Handballs are back to Jones. They're going to need to go quick and long. Jones tries to do that. Tyson McKenzie over the top, takes the grab over Cooper Smith. He moves the ball quickly, hits up the hot spot. It's 3-on-1 here for Sandhurst. Ireland over the top, kills the ball. Paddy Blanford again. Can he kick another? He does! 9-9-63 plays 9-10-64. It's 1 point the margin, 25 gone. Our score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builder. Bendigo footy, how good is it? It's fresh footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Might have absolutely just been goal of the day there, and I think it was Liam Ireland that took the fist to try send it out of bounds. Will be a bit spewing about that he didn't go for the mark instead. And ladies and gentlemen, we've now got a game on our hands.
Can't be long left, Johnny Hunter.
Oh, it's 25 3/4 minutes here.
How handy is that point going to be?
That's exactly right. There must be only a minute or two remaining here. What a game it's been. Into the middle, Sexton will win the tap for the Dragons. Desperation at ground level. Trying to make a path. The Storm, can they do it? They cannot. Still contested. No one can get a path through as it spills wide to the outer side wing. Cooper Smith picks it up for the Dragons. He kicks it down the line looking for Smetzer. He can't win it through a mark, but does through a tap over the boundary. And underneath the scoreboard, a 1 point margin. Dragons lead, and we're deep into red time, final turn.
9-9-63, 9-10-64. Ball in. Sexton wins it out of the ruck, unable to find an opponent. Mulquinny over the ball. Ben Lester with a quick handball out. Darcy Mulquinny with a long kick inside forward 50. James Shishka, no good. Ball to ground. Sandhurst with numbers there through Robinson. Tyson McKenzie with his head over the ball. No good. Good attack on the ball, however, by Lachlan Wright. And the siren goes. 9-9-63 the Stormers. Sandhurst 9-10-64. It's a 1 point win to Sandhurst. And what a game. First versus second, and it's absolutely brought the best out of both teams, Johnny Hunter.
Oh, what a magnificent finish. And the Storm came, I don't know whether it was maybe that Sandhurst got a bit nervous when, it just evened up a little bit with 2 goals. It went from 13 points to 12 points and back and forward, and then all of a sudden Paddy Blanford with a magnificent goal from the forward pocket. But you would have to say that if they had pinched at the Storm, the Dragons would have been a little bit unlucky because they led for the majority of the game. They probably played the better footy on the day, I think.
Yeah, I think Sandhurst played the better game. I just think, they got a little bit complacent those last few minutes, just tried to kill the game. We've still plenty of time left, which, look, smart thing to do. But, if there was another couple of minutes, I reckon Strathfieldsaye would have probably won it.
They would have, but, it wasn't to be. And we were just privileged to see a great game. Score-wise, anyway. I mean, the skills were probably down a little bit.
Is that a potential grand final preview?
I would say yes. Now, from what I've seen from a number of the clubs, let's not discount Gisborne because they've certainly made a case for their claim on the grand final this year and in their final season in 2026. And don't discount Eagle Hawk. I know we talked about winning it from 4th or 5th, but it's interesting times in the Bendigo Footy Netball League, and finals are coming up in 2 or 3 weeks' time.
Yeah, certainly. I wouldn't discount Eagle Hawk as well. I think these two plus Eagle Hawk are probably the 3 favourites for the flag at the moment.
Now, Bendigo City Framers, we've got a $100 voucher as we have for all year to, not necessarily the best player, but that's the one you usually go for. But let's hear from both of you 2 learned gentlemen, and let me see who you think is the recipient.
I thought Dayton Ureta probably best of field for Sandhurst throughout the whole day, I found. Really, he just cracked in hard, really set him up early in the game. His first half was absolutely electric and just showing why he's on that Essendon VFL list. Thought Nick Stagg had a very good game. He probably quiet throughout the whole game, but he just did what he needed to do and absolutely smashed it in the contest. He was in there in the last centre clearance as well. Wilkinson as well for Sandhurst, absolute gun player. Come alive the last couple of weeks, and I think he would certainly be in contention for the award today.
I'm going to make this hard for you, Johnny, because I've got 2 that Steve didn't mention.
Righto, yeah. You've gone Ureta. Let me write this down. So,
Fergus Green. kicked 2 goals in that second quarter, played on the wing, played down back, played as a key forward as well. He was all over the ground, took intercept marks when Sandhurst desperately needed it, and when they needed a general down back just to take the sting out of the game and just control the pace, he was the one that the ball was going through the whole time. But I also want to bring up Connor Sexton, coming back into the team, playing the ruck. It's a hard role to play, and he did it valiantly. He did it well. Simpson did have a good game for Sandhurst, but for someone to come in and play ruck for the majority of the game and have the influence that he did, I want to give him his chocolates as well.
All right, so it's going to be up to me to decide the winner of the Bendigo City Framers $100 voucher.
No pressure, Johnny.
Well, there's no pressure, but I really did like Ureta, and particularly when it was there to be won in that first half. But you turn me around now that I think about it more and more, and that calming influence, not only when he's up forward, he's dangerous, but you talk about when he's playing down back, Fergus Green, you've got to play a player on him. It reminds me, it's a long time ago probably for both of you, but Paul Roos used to play a role down in back. And
Fitzroy legend.
If you didn't put somebody on Paul Roos in the back half back in the day, you were going to be really hurt by Fitzroy and the Swans, I reckon. If memory
Swans
serves
as well,
right.
yep.
So the winner of the Bendigo City Framers $100 voucher to put towards any type of framing this week goes to Fergus Green.
Rate it.
Now, look at what both clubs are doing here. Tell us what's going on, Steve Navort.
They're cheering off Ben Lester in celebration of his 200th game. It's both class by both teams there, especially after the hard-fought contest that they've had and all the little spot fires that broke out.
Gives a bit of a tribute to Ben Lester being his coach from yesteryear, Mick Delaney, in the premiership years of 2019.
Yeah, 2017, 2019, I had a lot to do with Bulk, as he's known as, and he was coming back from multiple ACL surgeries back then, so we really had to take our time with Bulk and letting him just grow into his body, I guess. He was a bit thinner back then, but he spends a power of time in the gym and very diligent with what he does with his body. And to play 200 games after having multiple ACL surgeries, going through the injury setbacks that he had early on, to be, I'm going to come out and say it, probably the most popular player in Bendigo footy, not just at Strathfieldsaye, but in Bendigo footy. We saw the respect that he had there with Sandhurst as well, that were giving him the guard of honour coming off the ground. As a fan, it's pleasing to see, but as someone who I'm lucky to call a friend, it's a little bit emotional because you know the work that he puts in, and I'm just bloody stoked for him.
Absolutely. Now, I saw that 4 of the coaches, I assume, for Storm, Luke Monaghan was one of them, just in front of us. Some pretty grim looks on their faces. What do you think they were discussing? If you're not, there's a wall there, but if you're a fly on the wall, what do you think would have been said from a coaching panel's perspective for that performance this afternoon? And I'll preface it in saying that that's 2 weeks in 3 or 4 games that the Storm have been beaten on their own dunghill.
Doesn't happen very often, Johnny Hunter, but I think they're just they'll rue the fact that they just wasted disposal early on in this game, and moving the ball forward of centre, there was no real clear conviction with what they wanted to do. Sandhurst did such a good job getting back behind the ball with their zone defence in what they do. They don't, in particular, man up any one particular player. They guard a zone and they flood back so well to help out each other. And it wasn't until the latter half of the game where Strathfieldsaye sort of had their backs up against the wall and had to move that ball quickly in order to get any real ascendancy is when they started to look dangerous. So whether that's something that Coach Jeff Andrews didn't want to show off too much, thinking that they may come up against them in finals, or whether it's just something that clicked later on in that game is something to be seen. But if that is a finals preview, I can't wait to call that game.
It's interesting you make that observation.
You know what's better than a Big Four bank?
A bank that's bigger. For me. Bigger. For making my money work harder.
And helping my business make it.
Bigger for helping us to buy a home.
Bigger. For the community I care about.
My bank is bigger for what matters most.
As one of Australia's most trusted banks, millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Suppliers. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed ColourBond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts, and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats. Like, just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. Oh, I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community.
You know what's better than a Big Four bank?
A bank that's bigger for me. Bigger for making my money work harder.
And helping my business make it.
Bigger for helping us to buy a home.
Bigger for the community I care about.
My bank is bigger for what matters most.
As one of Australia's most trusted banks, millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Suppliers. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed colour bond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts, and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats. Like, just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. Oh, I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community. How do we get your name out there? We can provide banner and native advertising in our news feeds and socials, reaching thousands of people every week. We can run video ads before every game replay that gets watched by thousands of people each week. We can run promotional videos like this one about your business during quarter time breaks for all of our live stream games. Contact us now to find out how you can book a trial.